All right, y'all, we about to go live. While we're waiting on people to get in the room, I'm about to play some new music. I'm working on a new album. I don't know the name of it yet. I'm only like 5 songs into the new album, but it will most likely be released November, December of this year. I got some bangers for y'all, man, so I'm gonna give y'all an introduction to some of the new stuff I'm working on. So just come in the room, like the live, hit the like button. Let's get to 10K likes, and let's get this thing going. But while we're waiting on everybody to get in the room, I want y'all to hear this new music that I got out. I'm working on a new album, so I want y'all to hear this new music. And y'all let me know if it's a banger or not. I think this is the FBA anthem. So this is not out yet, but it will be out later. So while everybody's getting in the room, we're gonna play this music, and then we're gonna jump into today's topic: FBACoin versus the Freedmans Bank. So y'all take a listen. Let me know what y'all think. Let me make sure this is turned up. All right, yeah, this is turned up. Let's go. Y'all know y'all like that. Come on.
FBA, we the backbone, y'all. You don't really wanna
Let's get up.
walk, talk,
Act like the rest of us.
We the architects of rhythm, blueprint in the sound. Every nation on the planet wanna copy what we found. From the field to the court, from the mic to the stage. FBA been the book, they just reading the page. They biting our slang, remixing our drip. Speed up, culture so heavy, got the world doing flips. We the soil, we the root, they the branches at best. If America's a body, then we hard in the chest. Head lives in the church, 808s in the streets. We turn struggle when the hustle made the bitter sound sweet. From the drum line and war to the snare and the beat. Our ancestors walk with us, every step, every feet. Every chain that they forged, we remixed in the gold. Took the pain, made it flame, now the whole globe knows. From the jazz to the rap, from the blues to the funk. We the blueprint, homie, y'all just building the truck. You don't really wanna
Mess with us. You don't really wanna mess with us.
You don't really wanna mess with
us.
You don't really wanna
Mess with us.
We the base, we the foundation. From the Negro spirituals to modern day vibrations. We the style, we the swag, we the walk with the lean. Whole world studying us like a college routine. From the cotton to the culture, from the chain to the chain. Ice on the wrist, now they copy the name. We the sermon in the rhythm, revolution of rhyme. Every bar got a score, but we make it divine. Who taught the world soul? Who gave it that bounce? Who made pain sound good? Who flipped struggle to counts? We did. They steal the dances, hard to mix the slang. But can't steal the spirit that's born in the pain. Our story ain't a chorus, it's a whole symphony. Melanin melody, infinite energy. We the drumline of history, the trumpet of change. Every note that we play rearranges the game. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You really wanna mess with us.
Say what?
You don't really wanna mess with us. Walk, talk, act like the rest of us. Let's get them lights up.
We the gospel in the grit, we the hood in the hymn. From the cotton gin sparks to the light that don't dim. Break beats father, we the Jasmine's child. We the soul in the struggle, turn the pain into style. See the cadence that's bloodline, the vision that's flame. IBA in the roots, you gon' remember the name. Global trendsetters, whole world in our stance. Even Paris got the swagger when we taught them to dance. From the march on DC to the march in the club. From the fist in the sky to the bass in the sub. They can imitate the look, they can copy the tone, but they can't fake the soul. That's a God-given home. The cities, the TikToks, they follow the way. We the leaders, they the students, every culture we pay. So salute to the ancestors, the past and the present. We the
Y'all do me a favor, share the live, share the live.
stand up.
Duvion in the house. What's up, Duvion? New music on the way. rest of us. Really wanna mess with us. Yeah, be too dangerous. You don't really wanna mess with us. I'll talk back like the rest of us. FBA. Don't really wanna mess with us. Y'all coming up in here, we about to get to it. Get them lights up. Let's talk about it. Y'all get privy to new music, man. I spoil y'all over here, man. Y'all get the new stuff before anybody get it, man. So shout out to y'all joining the room. You got to get into it, family. I know I've been busy. I haven't been doing lives regularly, but I'm about to start back doing lives. We're in the final, when I tell you the final stages of the FBACoin, I tested it about 26 times. And I got 17, 18, probably 20 more tests to run by the end of the day. Okay? If you haven't already checked out the website, if you go to the website, you'll notice the website is updated and looks different. Go check out FBACoin.org. Go check out FBACoin.org. Now, but by the end of the day, when I get off this live, I'll have the website completely finished. But if you go through the website, it's thorough. It's ready to go. Some of the buttons might not work because we still got to do the final tweaks, but I'm about to put the final tweaks on it. And the FBACoin, like I said, the next 7, 14, at the latest 30 days, we will be ready. Also, pre-sale of the NFT. And with the NFT comes FBACoin, starts today. If you want to buy into the coin early, this is your opportunity. We're opening this up for the FBA family. We need to build the liquidity pool. We're looking at a liquidity pool to start with of about 15,000. Okay, we're going to sell NFTs in the range of $50, maximum up to $500. So you get your coins before anybody else gets there, before it hits the market. You get your coins early. You stake your claim, and you get a NFT collectible that gives you rights and privileges above anybody else. With this special NFT that you're going to get for buying in early, it's going to give you extra voting rights. It's going to give you front row seats at red carpet events, luncheons, inside information as far as the meeting when the DAO gets together. You'll be able to listen in on the DAO as they convey what we're going to do with the treasury fund, okay, and how we're going to use that to benefit our people. We're going to roll out the red carpet for those who support the coin early. So I don't want you guys to miss it. I want you guys to, if you haven't already, you need to join the Telegram. Join the Telegram. Send me a message. I'll send you a link to join the Telegram, and you need to get in the Telegram. The Telegram is where all the information, all the FBACoin information is going to be. We're going to be holding some strategy sessions. If you're part of the FBA Music Awards, if you want to volunteer or you want to help out with that, we got 3 people right now. We need about maybe 2 to 4 more people to volunteer for the FBA Music Awards, but we have 3 right now. We are going to, yeah, I'll send you. I'll make sure I send you a link, 𝗣𝗲𝗏. I'll make sure I send you a link. We are going to be running the FBA Music Awards in the FBACoin Telegram link. So when we have our meetings regarding the FBA Music Awards and how we're going to run it and how we're going to put it on, the FBA Music Award is coming up, family, October 24th. We are going to recognize, we're going to bring scholarship to the FBA Music Awards. We're going to give you history on FBA music, its conception, all the genres of music we created, and we're going to recognize our FBA musical geniuses are of every genre, And then we're also going to give out a Lifetime Achievement Award for people who've been putting in work and stomping for the FBA family. So it's going to be done 100% online, so you can't miss it unless you don't tune in. If you don't tune in, that's the only way you're going to miss it. But you don't got to leave the comfort of your own home. All you got to do is log on to TikTok, log on to YouTube, and you're going to be able to see the FBA Music Awards live. And then, even if you missed it, you're going to be able to see it because it's going to be running concurrently on YouTube. Okay? So it's going to be phenomenal because it's the first of its kind. Think about the power that FBA has. This is the best time to be a social media influencer in the FBA space because we're taking back the narrative of our voice, family. We're taking back. Think about that. BET is no longer doing music awards. They dropped the ball. The moment we pick it up, they're never getting it back, family. They're never going to be able to host another award show. Not like we do. They may try to, but it's not going to be like how we do it. We are going to be tuned in and plugged in every year to the FBA Music Awards. And we're going to celebrate our culture, our history, our mark on this earth, our global influence on this work. I got you, Jasmine. I love it. I got you. Jasmine's all good. Thank you. So yeah, man, we're gonna recognize us, and we're gonna gatekeep our culture so people can't infiltrate it. They're gonna be begging. No boulets. We're not doing any boulets. They're gonna be begging to get in, brother. They're gonna be begging to get in to what we're doing because anytime we do, especially coming from the grassroots, anytime we start the movement, we start the trend. Everybody's hopping on the trend. So expect to see some weird stuff out there. Expect to see other people try to do Nigerian music awards online. I mean, we're doing it better. We're doing it bigger and better than them. Our first one, let me tell you something. We're not giving out trophies. We're giving out minted NFTs to the nominees and the winners of our FBA Music Awards. We are going to celebrate them on the blockchain. We're going to give them we're going to celebrate our own like it's never been celebrated before. We're going to celebrate our people, and we're going to give them a minted NFT, some NFT coin on the blockchain where it's forever. None of this, oh, I forgot. All you got to do is check the blockchain, and you'll be like, oh, such and such won in 2025 at this time. Such and such won this award, won this minted NFT, and it's going to be special. It's going to be phenomenal. We got a young lady that knows how to make these NFTs, and they're going to be special. They are going to be special. So I want to say this: shout out to all the sisters, man, because listen, I'm extending the FBA Music Awards. I want the brothers to help out and volunteer as well, but the women are stepping up to the plate, man. The women are stepping up to the plate, and guess what? They're gonna run the yard, y'all. They're gonna run the yard because if we don't step up into these spaces and volunteer and try to build our community, the women are doing it. The women are stepping up, and that's why I love the FBA family, because we don't put our women down. Our women rock with us. Our women are side by side. In every struggle we've ever gone through, we've always had our women right there with us, and I appreciate them. I appreciate the foundational Black American women who are willing to stand on business just like us men standing on business. So shout out to the women, man. Shout out to the women. We're not like, listen, we uphold the matriarch and the patriarch. They're on the same playing field over here. Matter of fact, the FBA coin, if y'all seen what the new FBA coin look like, y'all better go to FBAcoin.org. When y'all see the new FBA coin, woo, oh my. When y'all see the new FBA coin, the way it looks, man, if y'all don't tell me that speaks family, that speaks community, that speaks foundational Black American legacy, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So family, let's get into it, man. Y'all get the likes up, get me up to 10K, and I'm gonna start bringing people up. But I want to talk about the FBA coin versus the Freedmans Bank. I want to talk about the FBA coin versus the Freedmans Bank. Anybody remember the Freedmans Bank? Anybody heard of the Freedmans Bank? I mean, if you FBA, you better know. But just in case, you know, they don't necessarily teach this stuff in school, like or like they're supposed to. But We're going to pull back the curtain on history, family, and then fast forward into the future. She said, I heard of it. That's right. That's right. This one is heavy, because if y'all ever wonder why your grandparents, if you ever wonder why your great aunts, if you ever wonder why black people have had a distrust for banks, I want you to know there's a reason for that, family. It wasn't just that we don't trust white people or we don't trust banks or institutions. There's a reason why we never trusted the bank. Why your grandfather hid his money in the ground. Why you got money in the you listen. Don't tear down those old homes, man. Grandpa got their money in the walls. You understand what I'm saying? Don't throw away those old Bibles. Grandma and grandpa got their money in the Bible. You understand what I'm telling you? Y'all getting away. Y'all not only are y'all getting rid of history, y'all getting rid of an inheritance that they left you that they probably didn't tell you about because they was hiding it from themselves. They was, you had mother and father hiding money from each other in the same house. They don't want grandpa to drink it up, and they don't want mama to go to the store and buy something. So they hide money from each other. It's up on there's a hole in your mattress right now at the bottom with the money in it. And you threw the mattress out and gave it to the dumpster, and the dumpster man found it and was like, oh my God, I done came up. So there's a reason why they don't trust the banks, family. There's a reason why black people have had a history of not trusting the bank, and that's because of the Freedmans Bank. And we're going to get into that, okay? Back then, they owned the Freedmans Bank. Today, see, back then, they owned the Freedmans Bank. They didn't really own it, but they put their money in it like they did. But today, we're going to talk about the FBACoin and the difference between being robbed and being sovereign. So let's get into it. But let me remind y'all again, just real quick before we dive into it, FBACoin. Go to FBACoin.org. Check out the new look and feel of the FBACoin website. And check out the new FBACoin, family. I think you will love it. I think he said that what happened to mine. Yeah, man, you threw out that mattress. You threw out, you renovated that house, and you didn't know to, hey, check between them walls. You didn't know to dig up some of that dirt in that backyard, man. That's where your money's at, because they didn't trust the banks, family, and they had every right not to trust the bank. So we're gonna get into it. In 1865, right after the Civil War, the Freedmen's Savings Bank was created. The Freedmen's Savings Bank was created. On paper, it sounded like salvation, a place for freedmen, our ancestors, to deposit money safely, to build futures, to finally be a part of the American financial system, to finally be a part of the American dream, to finally have something for themselves. I was on a telegram, and I was reminded of this indigenous black woman who owned land, and she found oil on her land. She found oil. Anybody remember that lady's name? I forgot her name. She found oil on her land, and she became rich, and she became wealthy. And the moment they saw her with all this money, they said, "Oh, you can't take care of this money on your own. You're an indigenous black woman. You don't know anything. We need to come in and be your accountant, and we need to come in and be your money manager." And they squandered that woman's wealth. They robbed her blind. They came in. And this is what happened to a lot of foundational black Americans. We had land, we were prospering after slavery, and we were thriving. And they said, oh, these Negroes are making too much money. They're making too much money. They're becoming higher than us. So we need to give them a place where they can put their money at, and we can manage their money for them. And they came up with the Freedmen's Bank Savings Bank. Over 60,000 black people trusted it. They deposited $3 million. That's close to $80 million today. Okay? But here's the catch. The bank wasn't run by us. It was run by them. White trustees, white politicians, white bankers. They were the ones that had the keys to this bank. We were just allowed to put our money in there, and they told us it was going to be a safe place. They told us that putting our money in this bank was going to be the best decision we ever made. They were going to invest it. We were going to get a little bit of the investment that came with that. That's what they told us, family. They told us that our money was going to be protected and our money was going to be saved. And this money was going to be there for our children's future. We trusted that bank so much, we put our kids' life savings in that bank as well, too. But instead of protecting our black wealth, they invested our deposits into risky ventures, railroads, speculations, their own businesses. They enriched themselves off of the very people the bank was supposed to serve. And that's why we still don't trust banks today. Look, remember that Wells Fargo debacle? Remember what just happened recently with the Bank of America? Remember what happened with Bank of America? We've always kind of never really trusted banks because we know that there's some things that banks fall victim to. What do banks fall victim to? Anybody ever heard of bankrupt? Anybody ever heard of the bank going rupt and bankruptcy? See, why does the bank going rupt only happen to the banks? You never hear about the. You never heard a term called insurance rupt. Because that's where the banks actually go to invest their money. Banks invest their money with insurance companies. Why? Because insurance companies don't usually go out of business. Very rarely, once in a blue freaking moon, will you see an insurance company go down. But you will see bank after bank after bank after bank crumble and fall. It's like a Ponzi scheme, really. You put your money in the bank, you build up that bank, and then all of a sudden, guess what? They make one too many bad loans, and they go out of business, and you lose your life savings. That little insurance on your money, that's even a con. That's even a con, family. That insurance on your money, that is even a con. Because guess what? You're only getting up to 100,000, if you even have that in there. And then it's not even the whole 100,000 you're gonna get back. It's 100,000 per something like $1. You just gotta read the fine print. So if you got $1 million in there, you're not gonna get necessarily back 100,000. You're gonna get back probably less than that because it's for every dollar. It's a percentage of the dollar up to 100,000. So that's the trick that they do to us. But a lot of us still, where else are we going to put our money at? Matter of fact, they made it dang near impossible. Well, nobody's getting checks anymore. Checks take too long, right? You go cash your check, they're going to charge you, 2.5% of your check. That's ridiculous, right? So there's still a few people out there going to the check cashing place. But check cashing place, direct deposit is just easier, and you got to have a bank for that. So by 1874, after they made all these bad deals, family, the bank collapsed. It just collapsed. Over half the deposits were gone. Frederick Douglass tried to save it. He bought in too late, right? He tried to save it and become the figurehead of the Freedmans Bank. But even he said there was nothing he could do. Whatever they did, and it can't be reversed. It wasn't no accident. It was just theft. It was just because, guess what? They were going through a Great Depression. They were going through some hard times. It's just like what happened here remember what happened in 2009 with all the negam loans, family? What happened to all those banks? What happened to all those mortgage companies? What happened to them? Remember, in the early 2000s, it was like, man, if you weren't a mortgage, it was like all you had to do was be a mortgage broker, and you made money. I had friends come out of high school. They started selling loans, and they were making $100,000. They start driving BMWs, and they start trying to stunt. And I'm looking at these people like, man, okay, y'all doing good for yourselves, but They start buying condos, moving in condos, living in high rises in Los Angeles and in Rancho and places like that. I mean, they were making some money. But then when that market crashed, that Benz, that Beamer that they got, repo, that rent they thought they could afford, that was done. Shoot, I know some people that committed, that unalived themselves and their family, that were mortgage brokers and real estate brokers. I mean, you know, when the bank stopped lending the money, their money dried up. And they were doing bad, they were making bad deals anyway, family. They really were. They were making bad deals. They were doing bad deals. They were doing real bad deals, family. Real bad deals. Oh, I got this. Man, I'm struggling over here, family. Forgive me, I'm struggling, but I'm gonna make it through. But yeah, real bad deals, family. Real bad deals they were doing. They were telling everybody to refi. They were giving away loans to people who shouldn't got loans. And then the market crashed. And then banks that were popping up to help fund these loans, to help give this money. And banks were lending out money they didn't even have. Let's call it what it is. Banks were lending out money they didn't even have. Trying to get in on this everybody's getting a loan thing. Putting people in houses they couldn't afford. Putting people in houses that they couldn't afford. So this isn't new to us. This has been going on since the beginning of time. Back in 1874 when it happened. Oh, I'm struggling. Back in 1874 when it happened. Baby, can you have some money to blow my nose? Yeah, that'll work. Y'all forgive me, man. Back in 1874, back in the early 1913s, 1920s, it crashed again. And then, you know, 2009, it crashed again. And guess what, family? Guess what, family? You think that's going to be the last time the banks collapse? We due for another crash. I don't know how soon it's coming, but it's coming. Y'all forgive me real quick. Let me do this real quick. Thank you. All right, we almost at 10K. We due for another crash, family. We're due for another crash. So I just want y'all to know that that's the way the market is. And the rich, and let me tell you something, the rich don't ever get punished. Who gets punished when the market goes down? Us. Regular, average, everyday people are the ones that suffer. The rich, they just take our money and say, oh, well, we can't pay you back. You just lost out. That's the way the market goes. That's the way the stock market goes. The stock market goes up and then it crashes. And when it crashes and you're at the bottom of that crash, it's sorry, we're going to be okay, but you're going to suffer. So understand it. This Freedmans Bank, it wasn't no accident. It was just white people made bad investments. And instead of them paying for their bad investments, they decided to use the foundation of Black American money to cover their bets. And we were the ones they decided not to pay back. Okay. Real quick, you guys, make sure you guys check out Mucho Art. Go to muchoart.com. Art for the culture, by the culture. We have wall canvases, t-shirts, hoodies, sneakers, all unapologetically FBA. So every purchase circulates back into us. Rep the movement, decorate your space, and wear the code. That's muchoart.com. muchoart.com. Now, back to what we're talking about. The destruction of the Freedmans Bank wasn't just about dollars. It was psychological, family. It was psychological. Imagine finally being free, saving money, finally being allowed into a system and trusting the system, only to have it all wiped out. It wasn't just the Freedmans Bank. It was the start of a pattern, family. After that came sharecropping. Sharecropping scams, Jim Crow exploitation, redlining, predatory lending, and subprime mortgage traps. I just mentioned some of them. 2009 was big, 2009 was big and bad for a lot of people. Different names, same hustle. They stripped black wealth, black ownership, and kept us locked out. That's when our people say, I don't trust the banks. They wasn't paranoid. They was just telling the truth. It's written in the blood and the receipts. The mistrust was earned. Understand this, listen. Foundational Black Americans, we don't hate you for no reason. We don't really hate anybody. But if we have a reason for hating somebody, it's because they done something evil to us. There's a reason why Foundational Black Americans don't give YT people passes. We just don't. Some of y'all YT are cool, but we don't necessarily give you passes because we have a reason not to trust YT America. We got a reason why we should not trust them. They called themselves YT supremacists. We didn't. They started Jim Crow. We didn't. They stole our land, stole our wealth. We didn't do anything to them. They enslaved us, family, and we didn't do anything to them, but just been a good neighbor. We welcomed the Siberians over here, and what did they do? They took our culture and then turned on us. They became slave catchers. Many of them became slave catchers. Many of them sold us out to the YT man. And all we did was be good neighbors to these people. That's all we did, family, was be good neighbors. We were good neighbors to the Africans when the Africans came over. We were good neighbors to the Caribbeans when the Caribbeans came over. Regardless of what they say about African booty scratcher and us kicking some jokes on maybe the way they were dressing, they were not in YT communities when they first came here. They were in our community. They lived with us. When the Kenyans came over in the 50s and the 60s, we're the ones that housed them. When they came over for education, when they were allowed to come over for education, we're the ones that invited them over. We're the ones that housed them in our community. We're the ones that took care of them. They weren't going to YT communities back then. There were Jim Crow laws still. What's up, Boosie? So understand that Foundational Black Americans, we've always had a history of being neighborly. We've always had a history of accepting all the Hispanics. What community? The Hispanics didn't have a community. They just took over black communities and made it their communities. We were the ones who housed every single immigrant. They lived in our communities, on our land, and we housed them, and we were neighborly. That's just a fact. So whenever black people don't trust you, there's a reason. There's always been a reason why we don't trust other groups. Because they did something harmful to us. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But today we're in a new era. See, version 1 of the blockchain was written in clay. They couldn't erase our history because they kept digging and finding our artifacts, finding our words written in stone, finding our pictographs, our hieroglyphics written in stone, our Sumerian tablets written in stone. We did it all. We did it all. Every time they dig deeper into the layer of the earth, they just found out they built on top of a civilization that already predated and existed before them. And that was us, family. That was us. So now that we got the new blockchain, which is the original blockchain, the one that we have right now, enters a whole new era. A whole new era, the FBACoin. This isn't a dream. This isn't a promise written on paper. This is code. immutable, transparent, and decentralized. FBACoin is built by foundational Black Americans for foundational Black Americans. And anyone who stands on fairness, anyone who is a true ally to the FBA community can join in. But let's be clear. This is our ecosystem, not theirs. This is us building a new system where a foundational Black American can thrive. And here's the thing. Our system is not a system of white privilege. It's a system of true fairness. And we know when the system is fair, when the rules are fair, when the rules are clearly stated and everybody knows what's what, we dominate. We dominate fairness. So that's all we try to do is make it fair. It's going to be fair for everybody, but we're going to dominate because it's fair. That's just the way it is. Where the Freedmans Bank controlled the outsiders, FBA is controlled by us. Where the Freedmans Bank was controlled by outsiders, the FBACoin is controlled by us. Where the Freedmans Bank was vulnerable to corruption, FBACoin runs on smart contracts, no lies, no excuses, no middleman with sticky fingers. Think about that. That's why I love the blockchain, family. Everything's transparent. Everything can be seen on the blockchain. Everything can be seen on the blockchain. On the blockchain, no one can pull the plug. No one can embezzle. No one can accidentally lose your savings. This is sovereignty written in code. That's what it is, family. We're almost at 10K, family. I want to start bringing people up, and I want to start having a conversation. But let's talk about ownership real quick while we wait to get to 10K so I can bring people up. The Freedmans Bank was owned by them, family. White trustees, white politicians. They set the rules. They wrote the contracts. They held the keys. The FBACoin is owned by us. When you hold a token, you own a piece of the ecosystem. Every holder shapes the 𝗣𝗲. Every transaction circulates wealth in our community. It's designed to keep wealth in our community. While the Freedmans Bank wealth was extracted, FBACoin's wealth will be circulated. I can get into some tokenomics, but I'm not going to go that deep today. I'm just going to say, check out the website, FBACoin.org, man. And I think you're going to be excited about some of the tokenomics that we added to the coin. And this thing is going to be out right on time, right when we need it the most. This is coming out. And we're going to finally control our destiny. We're going to finally control our destiny. Hey, Coco, check this out, Coco. Listen, you can go to another live, brother. This is a live for FBA. Okay, we're not talking to diaspora. We're talking to foundational Black Americans. You don't have to like what we say, man. Just turn off the TV and go somewhere else, brother. We don't got time to deal with you right now. We really don't got time to go back and forth with y'all. We're talking history. We're talking precedents. Okay? We're talking about making history. We're talking about doing something phenomenal for our people, for foundational Black Americans. It doesn't include you, sir. Okay? If you're not a foundational Black American, we're not talking to you. You see how that works? So instead of being in the comments typing stupid stuff like a child, go start your own live, man, and talk to your people. Because nobody's talking to you. You see how that works? Let me bring up my good sister. We talking solutions right now. We're not talking nonsense. Let me bring up my sister, Jasmine. How you doing, Jasmine?
I'm doing great. I'm suffering from some allergies today too.
Man,
But how are you?
you're like, man, suffering right now. Jesus Christ, my nose is itching, everything. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, my throat's been itchy, but yeah, I have seasonal allergies. I don't know what's in the air, but I did write down some questions, some basic
Okay.
questions, and I did go to the website. I love it, but I'm
You
pretty
like
sure
the
that
new
there's some.
coin? You like the new
Yeah, I
coin?
do. Well, I haven't seen the next update, the newest update. You said that you changed it, what, today?
Oh yeah, you gotta look at the new coin, man. Oh my God, the new logo. Oh man, we revamped it. It's gonna be. Give me a chance because when I get off the live, I still got a little bit more tweaks I gotta do to the website, and then it's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Okay, yeah, I'll go check that out
Mhm.
afterwards.
But go
But I
ahead.
did write some basic questions. Like the first question I had was, what makes FBA coin different from other cryptocurrencies?
The smart contracts. This coin is designed to keep money in our community. It has a treasury attached to that. So we charge a little bit of a tax, and everybody shares in. We pass down the savings to the family. So not only do we pass down the savings to other people who hold the coin, we also have money that's allocated towards the treasury, and that treasury is going to be used to give out microloans. It's going to be used to lobby for lineage-based policies. It's going to be used for emergency relief, so we don't have to depend on the government to help us out. We can actually go in and help our own people and get them out of danger. And it's also going to be used for education. We need our own schools. We need we need to be educating our people. We need to make sure that we're passing down what we want our kids to have, not what not what the school curriculum says our kids should learn and know. We need to create upstanding citizens. We're not letting the schools do that. We're not letting propaganda and witchcraft no longer get into the midst of us. So what makes us different is everything is to keep. It's designed to keep money circulating in our community and not escape like it's been doing. So whether you hold the coin, it benefits foundational Black Americans, and even when you spend the coin, even when you sell the coin, yeah, it benefits foundational Black Americans. It's designed to trap that money, that 2.1 trillion spending power that we have. It's designed to keep most of that, so we can recycle that back into our community.
Okay, so you know me, I'm not really that like adept at like understanding crypto and whatnot. So are there like any like educational resources that are provided for people who are like new to crypto and don't want to
Yeah,
get left behind?
yeah. I'm bringing up a brother right now. We're going to be doing some heavy education on the blockchain and crypto, and we really want to do a very basic understanding, so we get our people in at the basic level, and then kind of grow them up. You know, you got kindergarten. We want to grow our people from the kindergarten level all the way to PhD level. That's what we want to do. So we're going to bring that education also, so we understand what the blockchain is, because the blockchain is bigger than just cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is really what's pushing the blockchain now, but it won't be always pushing the blockchain. We're going to put social media. We're going to put social media platforms on the blockchain. You understand? We're going to put shout out to Nasty. We're going to put social media platforms on the blockchain. And imagine now you don't have to share money with TikTok. Imagine there's no middleman when you go live. People can see you and purchase you, and that money and those views and everything goes to your account, not some trickle down percentage, and not some rule or stipulations that you got to have this many followers and you got to do this, you got to dance just to, now you can put out the content that you want and you fully own it, and when people appreciate it, you benefit from it, and there's no middleman. So we're doing things like that, and we're working on projects like that even right now.
Perfect. Also too, and I know that you kind of addressed this in a different live, but who decides which community projects get funded? And is
So
it community led or is it like centralized?
it's community led. So we're gonna attach a DAO governance to this. So imagine 8 to 10, and it could be more, it could be less, but 8 to 10 bodies that they operate as a think tank, and they hold specific keys, and we vote on what projects we're going to do. What they're the think tank's going to come. The think tank's job is to deliver solutions for our community, and then we vote on which one has more precedence than the other, which is the most important one that won. That's why voting rights and how much FBA coin you hold. If you're actually of the FBA lineage, so anybody can buy this coin, but you're gonna get more voting rights if you can prove that you're of the FBA lineage. So I think there's a total of 18 vote. Is that right, crypto? 18. I think we're talking about something like 18 voting rights, and based on
Yeah,
your lineage, based on
yeah,
based on having a founders in it. So becoming an early investor in the coin gives you founder privileges, and that gives you extra voting rights for the community project. So I'll let Crypto kind of explain some of that too, because he's actually one of the gentlemen that's working with me on it. So go ahead, Crypto.
yeah. That's one of the things, and that's still being put together. Like the DAO, we want the people that's coming together for a part of the DAO and for a part of the mission. To help put everything together. We want all our intelligent brothers and sisters to come to the table and give feedback on what it should be. The goal is just to keep it to where no one else could take it over. No Elon Musk can come in and drop millions and millions of dollars and end up owning our economy. So we got to safeguard that. And the way we're going to safeguard that is with FBA lineage. You have to prove it. We're going to attach that. It's going to be a whole bunch of little nuances, but the goal is going to be to where if you're FBA, and this is just take it loosely right now, but FBA can get a total of 18 votes, non-FBA a total of 3 or 6 votes, some along those lines. But we want to keep it to where our numbers are always going to be the majority.
Correct.
I did. So based off of your what you're just talking about, that was like another question. I'm not going to ask all these questions. I have a bunch of them, but
Yeah, go ahead, ask
what
them.
what
No, go
protection?
through it because that helps me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, perfect. So what protections are in place to prevent rug pulls or misuse of funds? Because I know that that's a big
That's good.
trigger
That's
point in our
good.
community.
Go ahead, Crypto. That's good.
So the very
We're just talking
initial
about
thing.
that.
So what we're doing to safeguard rug pulls and everything, we're going to put a lock in place. So the community will know that this liquidity, no one can access it for a certain amount of time. Now with a lot of communities, what they do is they just burn the LP. They just burn the LP completely and no one can ever lock it. But we're gonna lock it like for a year, some along those lines, so the community could be comfortable. The reason why we're not going to burn it is because there might be a time where we want to create our own blockchain to go forward. But that's going to prevent to where it's no rug pulls. Then the contract itself, with all this AI technology, and Jasmine, I know you know better than anybody about the AI with all the
Yeah,
prompting.
yeah.
But with AI technology and bots and everything that they have in today, you'll be able to test and put the contract out on the AI, and the AI will be able to let you know how safe it is. Can anybody rug pull? It'll let you know all that information, and you can see that everything is transparent. So it's going to be set up to where it can't be rug pull. And that's why it's going to be important when we get the DAO together, because it's going to be set up to where it's not one voice. It's a community. We're all coming together. So although he brought it all together and put it together, it's not necessarily a dictatorship. Like Jasmine, you could bring up something and you're like, no, we should go this direction. And if the community is agreeing and they saying that's the direction, that'll hold more value than Too Much himself.
Listen, my job in the beginning is really only to protect the coin and protect our legacy. It's not even really to make final decisions or any decisions. That's for the community. That's why the DAO governance is so important, because they're going to be the group that we vote in is going to be the one that's going to control the treasury and dictate. And then even them, they have to wait on what you vote on in order to decide what project we're going to tackle first. When it comes to microloans for our community so we can have our own businesses, my thing is I don't want our people begging anymore. I don't want you begging the white man for anything. I don't want you begging any group for anything. I don't want to see you, oh, we need a Middle Eastern mentor, or we need a white mentor. No. Your mentors are going to come from your own community, and you're going to get money and wealth from your own community. No longer are you going to have to sell your soul over to Tom, Dick, and Harry just so you can get some money. You're going to be able to make money with your tribe, and you're going to be safe and sound. That's my only goal in it. And when I pass this thing on, when I give the ownership over to the DAO, and when I pass away, I want to make sure that the next generation, We have a generation of kids that are growing up not under any propaganda and witchcraft. They're growing up in a Renaissance period, and our youth is labeled the most dangerous youth on the planet because we already have resilience and resistance in our heart. Now, just imagine a youth not growing up with the mindset to only vote Democrat because their parents told them to, or to only vote Republican because their parents do. But the mind is saying, I want my own, I have my own, I need my own, and we're gonna move like a sovereign nation. That's what I want to pass down to the youth. I want to give them the tools and the capability so when I'm gone, they have a hot mic and they're ready to go. Nothing's stale, nothing's cold. They have a plan in place, they have a strategy in place, and they got the finances to run that strategy.
Okay, and also you kind of touched on it with the microloans and whatnot, but are there any partnerships that you have with other like black-owned banks or credit unions or businesses?
We don't have that yet, but that's definitely the plan. We plan on making that FBA coin a staple in our community, and we want all black businesses to adopt this coin. We want to be able to spend FBA coin at any black vendor that is of FBA. Now of course we want other corporations. We want the YT code. We want the Hispanic. We want everybody to adopt the FBA coin, but we especially want FBA businesses to adopt the FBA coin, and we have a plan in place for that as well too. That's coming.
And just piggyback off the last thing as well, and we're going to have a multi-sig wallet where it's a certain amount of people that have keys to where one person can't just pull anything or do anything. So it'll be a collective thing as far as that. It's called a multi-sig wallet.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask that too. Like, where and how can we like buy the coins and then also safely store them?
So I'm gonna do a lot of videos helping, and I'm gonna be very detailed and just break it down on how to buy the coin. It's a simple process, but I just want to take it step by step, so that way a lot of our people are visual; they like to see. So I'm gonna make it where they can visually see everything. But most people are gonna want to go through MetaMask, but I don't want to get into all those details right now. As soon as it's out, we'll be able to explain that with the contract and everything.
Okay, and you were already talking about this too much earlier, but how does the project address the history of mistrust in finance, like the Freedman's Bank collapse? For anyone that missed that.
Great question. We have a decentralized bank. Everything's on the blockchain where you can see it. So we're gonna eventually put some time locks in place. We don't have any time locks right now, but once we get the DAO, even when the DAO makes a decision, you're gonna have 24 to 48 hour notification for any updates or changes with the contract. The community's gonna know beforehand what's happening, so they can respond accordingly. So let's say we call a shot and we say we want to do XYZ. Okay, XYZ might affect the community. The community has 24 to 48 hours to know what's going on and to do what they need to do necessary if they feel like it's not good or bad. But most part, it's going to be coming from the community. So anything we do, we're gonna do it in a voting fashion. We want the community to vote on what they want this coin to become and what they want this coin to do. So whatever project comes up, the community is going to have a chance to vote on it, and then we're going to abide by what our community wants. That's the way our governance is set up. Go ahead, Crypto.
And that's the thing with with the Freedman Bank, it was those 50 directors, the white guys. What they were doing was YT guys. What they were doing was they were giving loans out to their own people.
Correct.
They were giving loans out to their people. They were giving loans out to YT businesses or whatever. The blockchain, and for all of y'all should really be getting learning about the blockchain. The blockchain eliminates that, because if they had the Freedman's Bank on the blockchain, our people would have been able to see that money was going to different locations. They would have seen the money going out the bank. So whatever cryptocurrencies or anything that's on the blockchain, it's all visible. You can see when money goes. You might not know exactly who that went to, but you can say, hey, money just went out from the treasury to this. What was that? You can ask questions. Hey, where did that go? I didn't see any approval. I didn't see no DAO meeting. Why did $20,000 just go there? So if our people would have had that, they would have been like, oh, funny business going on. Let's get our money up out of there. But instead, it was the exact opposite. All those directors, even when the bank was going down, our people didn't know anything. They didn't have access to know. So what happened? All of the YT people, they came and they was like, they started pulling their money from the bank as well, and we were left to take the fall with everything. All our generational wealth was gone. But with the blockchain, you can see all transactions that go. You might not have a name on it, but you can see everything. No one can hide anything.
Correct. And that's what we want. We want a decentralized. We don't want a centralized bank. We want a decentralized bank.
Someone in the comments says, what does the FBA coin trade on?
It's going to be on the Ethereum platform under Arbitrum 1.
Arbitrum. It's going to be on Arbitrum. And Arbitrum is a fairly, it's actually a blockchain that's up for the taking. It's one that we can really get on and dominate. There's not, a lot of people are on Solana right now. Solana, it's a lot of meme coin scams that go on back and forth. Nothing really, no serious projects. This is a project that's tied to group economics, so it's really going to be taken serious. The innovations that we got on this coin is nothing like anybody has ever seen in the space. There's some changes. There's some changes to certain tokenomics that have never been done before, so that's going to change the way a lot of people look at group economics. So when people see what's going on the Arbitrum chain, we may be one of the top tokens on the whole Arbitrum blockchain. A lot of people will be coming in, and because we're going to bring majority of the movement there.
Correct. Listen, man, this is going to be the blueprint. I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to group economic projects, they're going to make sure that they copy what we're doing here. Guaranteed.
Yeah, and for everybody that's asking questions, make sure that you just go to the website. We have a TG set up. That's where we do most of the conversing back and forth, specifically about the coin. I myself, if anybody want to learn anything, I'll be available. I'm always on Telegram via I'm trading or doing something, but I'm always helping people. So I can literally walk you through. I can turn on my camera and show you anything you need to know. And let me say this too. Telegram is if you're new to Telegram, it is safe, but you just got to be aware of things that's going on with Telegram. There are people who will take other people's identities, send messages, and talk as if they them. And most of them are from impoverished places, immigrants or whatever, and they're just trying to get them a quick buck. So, you know, if you got anybody saying, yes, I need some assets or whatever, you know right away that's not me. We don't communicate saying we need assets and stuff like that. So just pay attention to that. And while I'm in TJ, you make it there, I can safeguard everything and tell you what to look out for, how to protect your account, how to get rid of some of the scammy messages and things like that to protect you a little bit.
Right. And just know, you're never going to get a message from one of us saying we need money or send us coins. We're never going to, if you get any type of message that says this is too much or this is crypto and we want money or coins from you, know that's a scam. I think Crypto said it in one of our last lives. If you're able to, start a conversation with me on Telegram. That way, if you see any other message that comes outside of the message that you started with me on Telegram, you know it's not me. You know it's not me.
And that's a thing as well. I always, if you want me to cut on my camera or whatever, I can always show you my face. That's one way to verify me. I do cut on my camera.
Ask for the camera real quick. Hey, cut your camera on. And we'll just cut our camera on. Hey, this is me. It's too much. My face is on the coin. My face is on the website. You can't miss it. You can't
Now,
miss
if I
it.
cut my camera on and I tell you I need a few dollars, hey, help a brother out. Don't look at me and deny me.
Come on. What's up,
No,
Dr.
but
Messiah? How are you, brother? You good over there?
I'm good. When you do get a message from somebody on Telegram, they give you the IP address anyway. You will see like a Nigerian flag, an American flag, or whatever. So if you see a non-American flag, it's a strong possibility it's a scam.
Yeah, I'm not in
Too
Nigeria.
much. Listen, how far are you from San Domingo, California?
From where? San Diego?
San Diego, San
Yeah,
Diego.
Like
How far?
an hour and a half, maybe.
Wow. Okay, cool. The reason I asked, I'm coming down there this weekend to
Man,
be with
come
my
through.
family.
Come
I will.
through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bingo. I will come
Come
through
through.
and we can chop it up in person like that. So
Let's do it.
I wouldn't have ain't too bad
Man,
from San
listen, man, I
Diego.
want to meet all my FBA family, brother. Wherever y'all at,
Yeah.
man. I'm that brother that wants to touch and feel you, meet you. You know, I'm a real person. I am who I say I am, and I want y'all to see it live and in person. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All
I
right,
got
man.
my brother down there, 𝗔𝗯cie down there in San Diego, so we can all come together and kick it out there, man.
Right. It's gonna be this weekend. 'Cause my nephew got married and all that, so
Okay.
it's definitely gonna be this weekend, and we can chop it up like that. Yeah, like that and shit. You
Let's
know
make
what
it
I mean?
happen. When I come out there, man, show me some love too, man. I'm gonna be traveling here
Facts.
soon.
Yeah,
I'll be out there,
facts.
man. I'm gonna
You know what
slide
I'm
through the
saying?
shy. I'm gonna slide through the shy. You know, my people's from Ohio and Virginia, so and I got people in Harlem. You know, so when I slide out that way, I need some love. I want to be like, hey man, let me go slide on my brother Dr. No Job real quick, see what's going on.
Facts. Or like that. It'll be
Yeah,
facts.
man.
Boy,
We gonna
I
eat
got you
good.
on
Man.
Telegram.
All hanging
I
out with
found
me.
you on
We gonna eat
Telegram. I definitely I found you on Telegram. I just got it when you have your meeting. I just gotta
good.
be available to chop it up with y'all and all
Yeah, come on,
that.
man. We're on the Telegram every day now, man. We're on the Telegram every day. You know, I'm making sure I turn the video on, especially when I'm working on the coins. I did about 26 tests yesterday that all passed, by the way. I got about 17
Bro,
to
you was
24
on
tests.
for about 18 hours or 12, 18 hours yesterday.
Man,
Wow, yeah, that dedication.
we were on that thing, and I was working on the coin, man. I updated the website, so if y'all go to FBACoin.org, you're going to see the new website. I still got some final tweaks to do. I'm going to get those tweaks done when I get off the live today, and I'm going to be doing some more tests today. I'm going to be all day testing, so I'll pop on the camera for the TG, and I'll be in there. Anybody want to jump in there, ask any questions while I'm testing the coin out and everything? You're welcome. What's up, Keena? You're welcome to do that. See, Keena, she knows me. This is my girl, man. We went to high school together. Keena. Yeah, man, we're going to be doing some things in the TG. Keena, you need to join the Telegram, Keena. You need to join the Telegram, Keena. We're going to be doing some things in the TG today when I get off of live today, and I'm going to be testing the coin. We're not trying to put out nothing that's not going to work. We're trying to, one thing I respect crypto, man, is he's always telling me, nah, you ain't tested it enough. Go back again. And I'll be like, man, we done tested everything we could test. But did you think about this? And did you think about that? So I got about, man, I'm probably be at 100 tests on this coin before we release it, y'all. I'll be at 100 tests probably. I've done like 26 tests that all passed. And that's still not good enough for crypto, man. That's still not good enough for this brother, man. So I got about, 17, 20 more tests I got to do. And I'll probably do that, and he'll probably say, test it again. So we're going to make sure this thing, it does what we say it's going to do. It's going to be thorough, and it's going to be, anything we do as FBA, we have to do it with excellence. Okay, there's so many bad examples out there. We're not one of them, and we're not trying to be one of them. We're not trying to be in the same lane as them. All this project is 100% to help our people. That's it.
In other words, ain't no Ain't no Dr. Umar Johnson. That's
Ain't
what it
no
says.
Dr. Umar and none of this. We ain't promising y'all no school and not building. We ain't promising y'all no coin. We have a coin. It's already minted on the blockchain, so people can't say it's already there. We're just putting the updates and the final touches to it to make it do what it do. And this is another feature that's with our coin that's needful. This coin is upgradable. That means it can grow with our community. So whatever we didn't foresee in the future that may arise, we can go back in and make tweaks and changes to it for the better, not for the worse, for the better. So this coin is not set in stone. It can change and it can grow with us, and that's what we want it to be. Because we don't know what the future holds. We just know we got to be at the forefront of it. That's all we know. We got to be at the forefront.
For everyone who's been asking for a solution, this is the solution. This is the solution to solve a lot of things. And once we band together, we've been really delineating. We've been pointing out even some of the FBAs who are not with us. They're still saying they Pan-African and still trying to push other agendas. Like, once we come together and we get this group economic thing down, we're all going to be seeing that the dollars is staying in our community. So it's going to be a step. I don't think anybody should be looking at this as like, this is a get rich quick coin or anything like that. I wouldn't even be looking at it as a investment as far as financially. This is an investment to our future. That's the way I'll be looking at this. This is a way for us to keep everything together. So when all our brothers and sisters who have services that they provide, when they have little jobs, they connected to the coin and let us know that they'll accept that. And then we can just pay them with the coin. And that way we know everything is staying in our community. And our community will continue to grow. And all the people who are not in line, they're going to get in line once they see we united and together. But it's just going to start out as, I mean, to be honest, right now, everybody should be getting into the Telegram. That's where we're talking, handling family business. We only can say so much on this platform. I mean, I got to say YT people and all that, and Telegram, I can cut loose. I could be myself, and we can talk about our business. I see somebody say, when can we invest in it? The time is coming very soon. The Too Much, I just witnessed him yesterday. He just put, like I said, 12 to 18 hours. He's putting finishing touches together. But join the Telegram. If you need a link or something, just send me a message. I'll send it over. I'm not just going to send you a message, but if you send me a message, I'll respond back and send you a link. Anybody on this panel, I think majority of everybody has the link. So, yeah, everybody can send you the link. But get in the TG. Like I said, I can get a little more personable. I can go through and answer questions a lot differently there.
And y'all can follow people like Fanny and Monique. And if you follow them and you send them a message and you want to get into the TG, they'll get you in the TG as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what Monique is at today, but I know Fanny is here. Y'all can send her a message. Y'all can send Crypto a message. You can even send Jasmine a message. And Jasmine's already in the Telegram, and she can send you.
Yeah, I have the link. Yeah.
She can send you a link. So, matter of fact, cousin, we got to get cousin on the TV, man. I'm gonna walk you through to get on the TV today, cousin.
Jasmine, I sent you a message about your ad. I don't know if you saw it at all.
I haven't really been checking my messages this weekend, but I'll check it out.
Okay, it's in that TG. I was just pointing out that you need to add basically like your username.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then when you do make it to a VC, I'll explain some safeguards you could do to protect yourself a little more, so you don't got to deal with, like I say, all the scammers, solicitors, or.
Yeah, and if you can, Jasmine, send me your email on the Telegram. Send me your email so I can email you some things regarding the FBA Music Award. So we gotta really get that team together. Right now, it's a group of phenomenal women that are working on our FBA Music Award, and we need about 1 to 2 more people. I would like them to be brothers, but if it's all sisters, so be it, man. Phenomenal sisters are going to do the job.
I told you I was gonna help with that, and I am.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna stay on here. I'm just sticking my head in. I'm on a project, and I just wanted. I saw you up here, and of course, I'm gonna say hello. Um, Yeah, but I'm not gonna stay. But yes, you can contact me about the Telegram, or you can contact me too much. I'll be in touch with you. I just hadn't had the time, so we can talk about the award. I will help you. I'm gonna help on the back end, whatever y'all need, whatever you don't get, and you get back on here and say, look, we need such and such. Then that's when I'm gonna help. Cause right now I'm trying to put together the project, and I also wanted to stick my head into you in crypto when y'all get ready to market this and put it out and brand it. I would like to submit parts of a marketing plan that I already put together to push this on out there. So I'm not going to do any of that until we talk, but I did have a few ideas to brand it and to make sure that it stays and does whatever it is that we all trying to do.
Yeah.
So
I'll put it on the
love
Telegram.
y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're going to talk about it. I
bring that
definitely.
Thank you,
information.
Huh?
That's
sister.
what we need.
You're welcome. I was trying to what I'm doing now is I'm looking to see what the language is and for the disclosures and to make sure that we dot every I and cross every T. But when you go and you put it out, you have to have all these damn disclosures and everything because it's financial and the SEC has rules. So I was looking and doing my research on that. So I'm putting something together. So I am supporting. I just am not able to get on here as much as I used to. Um,
Thank
but
you.
I
Thank
love
you.
y'all.
Thank you. Thank you,
I
sister.
love y'all. And Uncle Grumpy, I did my first live, but I wrote
All
down
right.
all of the black media, and at the end, I'm gonna say like you say, if you're not on there, I'm gonna definitely be pushing the black media. So y'all, this is just a
Thank you,
busy week.
sister. See, now you see what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. They're asking for it. They're asking for it now because now our they hear us. They hear FBA. I'm getting all of
They've
these.
been
Who is
listening.
FBA?
We
What
just
is
ain't been
FBA?
getting
I'm like,
paid
what?
off them listening to us.
Yeah, it's like what FBA? I've been getting these questions here lately. Well, what is FBA? Because I put it on all of my hashtag FBA
Yeah.
whatever, and they want to know, well, what is FBA? And I'm thinking, who is this? Where you been? You've been under a rock. But then I'm thinking they're new. So we got a
Well,
lot
they
going on,
new,
y'all.
they
We got a lot
young,
going on.
and you know what? I ain't gonna tell you no lie. When they hear FBA, what they don't want to hear is the exclusion of others.
Well, let
I'm
me
gonna
just,
say
and well,
this. Oh, go
this is
ahead.
crazy that you said that. I mean, no, 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 I'm not interrupting. I'm just agreeing.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna say this though. It's a lot of us that just don't know. They're not paying attention,
Just don't know.
and
We just don't
that's
know. And they'll
And
follow.
that's
Y'all
by
don't know that
design.
70% of FBA will follow their herd. They follow the herd and they trust us. So we built the trust. So if you're asking me something, that means you trust what I'm gonna tell you. So they're following the herd. We just have to be great leaders at this point. And
exactly.
crypto had me all triggered. I had to get off of that the other night. He up there breaking it down what happened uh at in the Freedman Bank. I said I'm gonna have to get off of here because I got to go to bed tonight. That crypto had me out. He told the whole truth and he went down the road and explained that thing. And it gives you pause when you really are in this to win this. So anywho's, I'm gonna get back to work. But it's so good to see you all and I'll be sticking my head in and out, y'all, and I'm sorry that I'm not more supportive, but I'm around. I'm around, okay? So
No,
y'all
it's
have a
fine.
great day. Y'all have a great one, y'all.
Yeah.
You have a great day. I have a segue into another question. So I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, who's behind the project and what's their track record in finance or tech? Going back to, again, our community having issues with trust. Um, so can you talk about that? Like who's behind the project and what your
Yeah.
track record
So
in finance is?
yeah. So I have a background in just financial services, money management. I held a Series 663 and life insurance license. I became a broker in my own name. I was a marketing director. I run an office in Corona, California. My real name's on the on the website, so I'm not hiding myself. I'm known in my city. I'm known in my state. I'm known. I'm known. You know, people can Google me. I'm LinkedIn connected, so they can look at my name up on LinkedIn and see the projects and the things I've done, my work history and things like that. I worked in blockchain since probably just blockchain, the technology, since about 2019. And I probably worked on one of the biggest projects, a 300 megawatt blockchain data center that we were building. Um, so that's kind of what piqued my that's kind of was my introduction on the blockchain. I don't have the crypto trading background, but I'm starting to understand it, and that's through the help of crypto. Crypto has experienced a lot more experience in the crypto trading aspect. But I've been in tech since 2019. I've been in AI since AI first came out. You know, I've been an entrepreneur. I have my own LLC. I mean, I've been working on things. I don't have any bad report on my name. There's no bad report on my name. I am clean. That's important for you to know. You know, I don't come from I don't have any police history or police background. I've never been to jail. You know, yeah, I'm clean, family, and I'm thankful that I was raised to keep myself clean. I was raised to have pride in my family. My dad raised me that my last name is everything, and to not mess it up. So I come from that type of stuff. So anybody who wants to, man, I'm Googleable. Y'all can Google me, and Crypto can answer for himself. It's me and Crypto have been working on. I started the project, but Crypto came in and he brought some real game and stuff to the tokenomics that I couldn't have done on my own.
Yeah, and I'll just say this: I came into the project. Too Much let me know what the project was, and when I say, man, that's the vision. That's it. I want to be a part of that. And I did my research. I reached out to him, and he told me what the game plan was, and I added some things, and he said, "Oh yeah, we can add that or whatever." And then I kind of took him around because I've been in crypto roughly since 2017. So I brought that knowledge to it, what crypto investors think, how the blockchains work, the psyche behind everything. See, Too Much, he's standing on his name. He's standing hard on his name. Hey, I'm an upright person. I'm being transparent. I'm not hiding anything from anyone. But I have to explain to him the psyche of people. Like, it's a lot of distrust amongst our community because of the Freedman Bank, because of what's going on in crypto. It's a lot of people that's scamming and things like that. I'm one of the upright people in crypto. I'm one who show my face. If y'all look on Telegram or anybody in the crypto me space, they never show their face. They always hide and they stand behind funny names. I'm one. I can say I've been in the space. My name is good. I'm well respected. So the vision and everything that Too Much has, I just came in and I'm adding to it. So my name is also up there. My complete name. So I'm Googleable. So you can man, that's a hard word right there to get out. But y'all can check me out. My name is solid, and that's part of what I'm bringing in, because I can't just say, and I know my people won't say, oh yeah, we're gonna put all our money here and we just gonna trust that it's gonna be good. I know that's not gonna be the case. And we're gonna have to build trust, we're gonna have to gain trust, and we're willing to put that in. So even when you see that Too Much, this is his vision, he's putting it together for us so we can have a economy for us. Even though you see that, just remember it's going to be a DAO, and that lets you know what his intentions are. Is a DAO to get people to know, to have a say in what's going on. That alone is saying, like, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not trying to dictate. I want my people to push this forward. If anything happens to me, anything could happen. That's the next step, to put the right people in place to have some kind of governance over the community. But even then, that governance, the community still has say as well. The community can petition and bring up whatever it is that needs to be said. So that's the heart of everything. So just keep that in mind. It's not just one man in the show. It's a family. delineation from everybody else. Fanny, she just came up here. She said, "Hey, I got this. I want to present that." We want to hear that. I'm not never claiming to be the smartest man in the room. I sit back, I listen, or whatever. And when people are talking about things I don't know nothing about, I close my mouth. You want to talk about crypto, the blockchain, or something? I can speak on that. I got experience in that. But a lot of things, I close my mouth and I listen, I learn, or whatever. So that's what we're looking. We're looking for our family, our community to come together, because it's not just going to be two names behind the coin.
Correct.
It's going to be the code behind the coin. The
Correct.
code is what's going to push. And how we're speaking about media right now, that's going to be one of the signature pieces to the coin. The people who are involved in building the economy, the people who are involved in pushing us, specifically us, that's who we're going to want to get behind and support. That's going to be the love that we bring. Like, hey, this is the message we want to put out. This is who we support, and that's who we want to get behind. So everybody just keep that in mind. We are building a community.
Thank you for that. My last question, I promise.
Don't make
About
it
the
your last question.
Make it your last.
just about the coin, but what is the long-term roadmap, like 5 to 10 years from now, for the coin? Like, what is your vision?
So I broke it down into phases, especially if you look at the original white paper. The long-term goal really is to get this on its own blockchain, and we control our own ecosystem for real. Right now, we're on the Ethereum or the Arbitrum blockchain, and not that it's not decentralized. It's just that we don't own Arbitrum, we don't own Ethereum, but we have if we want to completely be sovereign and completely have ownership, owning our own blockchain is powerful. And that's the ultimate goal, to own everything in our ecosystem 100%. People are going to want to run to our ecosystem because we built something that's popping. And that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is freedom. The ultimate goal is never having to never have to say the system is on my back, because you have a system that you can plug into that's better than the system that we have now. See, we created something better than what they created. That's the ultimate goal. We have a system that's better, and it's truly meritocracy. It's truly lineage based. It's truly for our people. And one day, and I go back and forth with crypto about this. One day, maybe one day, we will open it up for everybody. But right now, it is strictly an FBA initiative. But that's the goal. The goal is to be completely free, controlling our own currency, our own land, everything. We can use the blockchain to write land contracts to where it's minted in the chain forever. That's the goal. The goal is 100% ownership of our life and our future. Not being controlled by whatever the YT man or the system allows us to do. That's the goal.
And let me add this to that. One of my biggest things that I'm going to be pushing on is education. I think that's the strongest thing that we can do to help our people become. I mean, we're putting the economy together, but we need to have our own educational system. We got too many brothers and sisters, very intelligent, and we know in school, they don't teach us what we're supposed to learn. And when I say what we're supposed to learn, simple things as garden, how to do your taxes, the basic necessities, we need to get back to that. So I want to make sure, and the vision that I see and that I'm going to be fighting for through the DAO, through voting and everything, is let's get it to where we can support our own teachers. Let's get it to where our kids, with the technology now, we can do homeschooling, and we can put one teacher up in front of 30 of our kids, and we can teach them that way, and we can set up to where the people who invest in our ecosystem, that's how the teachers get supported. That's the easy fix. The ecosystem behind our dollars, if we keep it in house, we can support our people. They can just come right in.
Listen, we can. When he's talking about teachers, we can have a teacher and a teacher's aide, and they can teach over 1,000 kids online. With a teacher and a teacher's aide, we can we can do phenomenal things, and we can pay our teachers what they're supposed to have. We can bring true, we can have true freedom in knowing that our children are getting the best education, top tier education, and we don't have to be afraid about that. What about social skills? The parents' job is to teach social skills to the kids. The neighborhood
Yeah.
that they grow up in is going to give them social skills. That's not the school's job. The school's job is to educate your kids, and that's what we want to do. We want to educate our own children so they have that black consciousness. Sorry, Crypto. Go ahead, brother.
No, but good point. And you're right. Mary Marie, I don't want to mess it up. But hospitals, grocery stores, farms, we want to be able to be behind all that. Even though that if you look at the Amazon platform, why can't we create that? Why can't we have our own social media? It could all this could be backed by us if we put our dollars together. And what's that's going to do? What that is going to do is that's going to create us with power internationally. Everyone's going to be looking because we have our own economy and our politicians. We can support who we want to support. A lot of our politicians that we look at, they not us and they compromise. They ain't got no money. Somebody else put a battery in their back. So now they gotta say this. They gotta open doors to things that's not gonna be beneficial for us. So the long term goal, that's how I see it, as it's just backing everything. And a lot of people gonna notice if you go on the website. I'm not even gonna speak about it, but you'll see that as soon as you buy into the coin, you're going to be receiving money just for being in the economy. So, but all of that's going to be on the website. All of that will be explained. But that's where I see the future. And look, short term, the music awards. Look at that. We all get to participate, and I wouldn't care if it was 10 people that we're voting on, or 10 people that's in it. That's a start. We getting to vote on our people who should actually be, who are actually the kings of R&B, the king of who we listen to, not who they throw in our face. We get to have our voice, because the media has been running it for so long, but now we got our coin, our economy. We can let the world know, no, that's who we like. Yeah, y'all saying Kodak Black, we saying this person. Yeah, y'all saying this, we saying this person. This is who we like. This is who we listen to. Not who y'all force down our throats. But that's what I see. So I'm looking at more short term right now. I do have the big vision, but it's like right now, just the simple things that we can do is just come together. The communication, like we gonna have a space for us to communicate and talk about everything that's going on. Our media, once that's put together, our media that we support, we could back our media. If we want to put out a message, hey, I can reach out to Too Much, or we can all support them. Say, hey, let's get this message out. This needs to be heard.
I
So
love that. Oh my bad. But I was gonna
yeah.
say too, like what you're saying about like education and whatnot. 'Cause I put out a lot of educational content that gets flagged a lot. I'll put like resources, peer-reviewed resources. My background is all over the place, but my highest degree is I have a master's of education and learning design and technologies. So micro learning is something that I use TikTok for, just giving like, creating 5 to 10 minute educational videos about our lineage and FBA. And I get like flagged every day. Like I'll go to my page and I'm like, why is the sound off? Because they can't really say that what I'm saying isn't accurate. Because I do a lot of research. Contrary to popular belief, I don't just use AI. I have like 6 different degrees and I'm a prompt engineer. That's what I do. But what you were saying about having the education materials out there, having our own teachers, and being able to just reinvest into our community as far as the knowledge aspect, I think is super important. A lot of people reach out to me asking if I like tutor and stuff like that. And I actually did homeschool my daughter through high school. She
Mm.
actually just graduated with highest honors from her associate degree. Super proud of her. She just transferred to the University of Houston and whatnot. But my point is, like, when I first started homeschooling, it was because I was in Vegas it was during COVID. I just had the opportunity right before, so I was in school and I had extra time to homeschool her. But not everyone has a master's in education and whatnot. So just providing like materials and whatnot, learning materials, educational materials for our community on, like you were saying, finance, history. I think it makes a big it has a big effect on the pride of our kids. My daughter doesn't go out wondering, like, what our true history is. And I spent hours and hours just researching it. That's all I really wanted to say. But that's what excites me about this project is it's it's in the grassroots stage, it's starting to form or whatever, but like the micro loans and the scholarships and all those things that can come out of trading within our community is something that I'm super excited about. So
And see,
that's
Jasmine, that's why we need a lot of us. That's why we're telling everybody come to the TG because we want to interact with our family and know who's who. I don't know how to do microloans and things like that. So I want to speak to people, and we want to put people in place who know how to handle that because that's part of the vision coming out. Too much said there earlier. Like we don't want our people to go to other people for loans. Why can't we do that in house? What's stopping us from doing it in house? Anything that we believe in, if we want to support it, we can support it in house. It's gonna come to a time where we don't have to say like throughout our history, boycott has been the message or whatever. But what happens when we get back to that silent that silent boycott where we just like, hey, nah, I'm only messing with family. That's it. I ain't gotta tell you I'm boycotting you. I'm just sticking to family. What happened when we get a line like that? And just like with this core, with everybody who comes in, it's gonna be one, two, and we just gonna keep growing, and then we just gonna have our own economy. People may start calling us, well, they already doing it. They calling us cults and hate group, and everything that we talking about right now is uplifting our families and education and doing everything. And it's always, we have to deal with the ignorance, the noise. Uh, I always say this, the gender wars, I'm so sick of that. But every time I'm around my people, I don't even hear the gender war problem. All I hear, all my sisters, is all love from the brothers to sisters to the brother. It's all love. So you got to get around your people that love you, and so everybody, we got to connect. We got to follow each other. How you saying that your message is being suppressed? That's a us problem because we supposed to be sharing every video. We supposed to come together and say
Every
that's the
video
move.
you put out,
That's
Jack,
what's
I make sure I share it. I post it
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. But
because
yeah, it'll be
so much is
about
in.
cuisine. I get flagged for talking about soul food being our thing, like, and that's just ridiculous. But yeah, we do need our own economy. We need our own blockchain. I don't know if you guys know about blockchain, social media sites like Web3, like Odyssey. These are things that I'm like starting to learn so that I can put that information out there. And I've been asked to, like, hey, do you have like a secure site where you can put your full message on in case like something happens to TikTok?
Come on.
And even if something doesn't happen, just so we can share information, our true information within our community.
Hey, Jasmine, look into that about Telegram and Discord.
Okay, yeah, I will. I'm familiar a little bit with Discord. I haven't used it that much, but I am looking into branching into that space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. Listen, did you know that all of your 1 minute, 10 minute videos, you can turn those into NFTs and mint those on the blockchain, and it can't be taken or it can't be lost on the blockchain.
Okay, yeah, I need to definitely look into that. Because yeah,
Yep.
people are asking me where do I have it for like even sell, and that's something that I didn't even think about. It's just like
Yeah.
honestly just a hobby for me, whatever. I love talking about our history. I love us, and I've always been that way. It's interesting that people are labeling us as a hate group. But again, I'm excited for projects like this because people have even asked, like, hey, besides just being a group online, what are you actually doing for your community? And I'm like, there's a lot of people that I interact with, Too Much being one of them. There's also a few others that are, I think David is creating a social media app because he's frustrated too with his content being suppressed. There's a lot of people who are circulating, what do you call it? They're circulating like a few different things when it comes to like protesting the AU and getting signature petitions. There we go. Petitions for getting the AU to cease and desist, trying to claim us as a region. We're starting to like formulate as a group, even though it didn't start that way. It's just our lineage, but we are kind of becoming a movement. So
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So yeah, man, you just gotta. Hold on. Okay, that's not you. Sorry about that. We're gonna go ahead and mute you up real quick. Yeah, thank you for being there. I'm going to unmute you. Sorry about that, ING. I thought that was you bringing it on. Actually, I want to go to you next, Mr. ING. But yeah, man, we're trying to listen. When you come over here to this broadcast, we're trying to give you the truth, and we're trying to give our people the game. You know, I've been doing this TikTok thing for a little bit now, and you know, this is not about money for me. You know, my wife constantly has to get me off this thing, especially when I go live, because I gotta go make money. You know, this is, you know, I'm no way trying to make money or profit off our people more than I'm trying to benefit, put some things in place for our people. If I ever become rich, it's only going to be because my people chose to make me rich. I don't want to get money in the dominant society. I'm not going to sell my soul just so I can make some change. I'm always going to stand on business. I'm never going to allow nobody to take advantage of me or my people. That's the side I'm on. I'm on the foundational Black American side 100%. I'm not no Pan-African or no scan African, okay? I don't mind, listen, I don't mind Africans. I don't mind Caribbeans. I don't hate on them, okay? But you're not going to hate on my lineage. The moment you start talking mess about, and even if you're black, I don't care if you're FBA, and you start talking down on FBAs, you're off cold, brother. You're off cold. I don't want to hear about what 16, 17% of mentally ill or black people who given up on themselves. I don't want to hear about what they do, because that's not what I see in my people. Everywhere I go, family, I get love.
Preach that, bro. For real.
Listen, I can go to any state right now and find my people, and I'm gonna feel safe and I'm gonna feel loved. Because I don't put off any negative energy for them to be like, who's this nigga? Is this a weirdo? No, man, when they see me, it's like, oh, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Man, chilling. Everything is good. So that's what I'm saying. When Dr. No Job come out here, man, we're gonna roll out the red carpet for that brother, because he's in my town. We're gonna make him feel good and respected coming to California. And when I go to New York, I expect the same treatment. When I go down south, I expect the same treatment. When I go to the Midwest, I expect the same treatment. I expect that foundational Black American love to be seen and known. I shouldn't be getting mad dogged. I shouldn't be getting looked at like this is gang activity, because I'm not in no gang. The only gang I'm in is FBA, if you want to call it that. It's a lineage. That's the only hat I rep. This ain't the FBI. This ain't the CIA. This is FBA. This ain't no agent talk, no op talk. This is love for my people and my lineage. And I'm always gonna stand on that side. Nobody's gonna dangle. I don't care if they dangle billions of dollars and say, man, turn your back on your people. I'll never do it, because I know what comes with it. I don't want to be ostracized from my people. I want to continue and always get respect in every hood, every neighborhood, every suburban city that I go into that my people are in. I want to continue getting that love, because that love is what keeps me alive. That love is what keeps me moving. That love is what inspires me to continue to do great things. So that's all I'm here for. That's all I'm ever going to be. Okay, Mr. ING, brother, Mr. ING, go ahead and come off mute, brother. Are you ING like the insurance company ING? Mr. ING, let me push the unmute button again. Maybe unmute it. Go ahead and go ahead and turn on your mic. Okay, maybe you stepped away. Westside, you look like the FBACoin right now. Go ahead, Westside. Unmute your mic, sir.
It do a little bit. I see what you.
Little coin right there. You see that? Okay, everybody busy. West Side, are you there, brother? Are you there? There you go.
Sorry about that. I didn't even know I was up here.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I'm humping at work.
okay, okay. Well,
Just listening in. Appreciate all you do, brother. That
yeah,
sounds like exactly the way we need to be moving. Get control of our own money, our own economy, and our own decisions and our own way of life. But I'm gonna drop back down. Like I said, I'm humping at work.
no problem, no problem. I'll make sure I drop you down right now. Go ahead, brother. Mr. ING is busy. But yeah, man, that's just the side we stand. I mean, I rather stand for truth than anything, man. I don't want to be on the wrong side of history, and I don't ever want to be me against my people. I want to always be on my people's side. That's the code. We're the righteous on this earth. We have the moral compass. We can actually say we don't have degenerates in our bloodline or in our family tree. We got nothing but foundational Black American excellence and foundational Black American heroes. We can actually say we've never oppressed people. We can say people have tried to oppress us, but we've never ever oppressed them. And I like having that moral authority. We have the moral authority.
Always have stood on the side of right.
Yeah, we have the moral authority to actually point our finger at other people, but they don't have the moral authority to point their finger at us, because
Facts.
everything that we do is in response to what they've done to us. So if we have some degenerate people in our bloodline, that was never supposed to be. That's just a systematic problem that happened through COINTELPRO, through years of being disenfranchised and redlined and locked out of wealth and things like
Freedman's
that.
Bank.
Freedman's Bank. I mean, listen. If we distrust you, it's because you gave us something to distrust. You did something to us. Everything we're doing is just in a response to you. So we have a moral authority to wag our finger and point out their flaws. They don't have any moral authority to wag their finger and point out our flaws. We don't have organized crimes, but they do. So that's where I stand.
That's a valid point right there, and they got very organized crime.
Yeah, we don't have organized crime, but we look down on crime, and our Black people look down on crime. We don't want criminals in our community, but they accept their criminals. They make heroes of their criminals. We don't make any heroes of our criminals.
Yep, they put them on the walls in our schools.
Come on. So I'll be damned if I let a mayo mayonnaise person wag their finger at me. I'll be damned if I let a Caribbean or African wag their finger at me. Well, all I gotta say is look in your family tree. Why don't you shake the roots? Why don't you shake the tree and see what falls out? See what fruit falls out of the tree that you shake. I can shake mine and you can shake yours, and let's see who got better fruit to produce than you.
But that's why I'm glad you put this together, bro. Because a lot of times, a lot of our people, I mean, it's important, but at times we just get caught up in the riffraff. We get caught up in too much pointing the fingers and just sitting back and just being just not doing what we should be doing. And this right here, this whole movement is like, hey, forget what the man doing in office, forget who could have been in office, let's just focus on us. Let's get this thing right. You know, everybody saying, oh, they taking this out of schools. I don't care what they doing in schools. Let's put something in front of our people and create our own schools. That's what we need to do.
That's it.
I don't know if you. I thought I talked to you about that whole PragerU thing where they sitting up and they trying to. Our forefathers saved us.
I actually heard Candace Owens talk about that. Candace Owens called that a Zionist organization. She said she claimed she didn't know she was working for a Zionist organization. Remember, you said you saw Candace Owens on there?
Yeah. She did a whole bit on it though.
How long ago was that? Can you check we need to check.
It don't even matter. This is why it don't matter. If you look at the things she said, it's like ain't nobody like slavery is just slavery. It was all over the world. Everybody was a slave. It was a common thing that everybody did. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
That is insane. Listen, everybody else's slavery was different from our slavery. We can agree to that. It's either true or it's not. Everybody else's slavery was different from the slavery that we went through here in America. We can at least agree on that. So when you say everybody was a slave, no, not like us.
Well, so their first wave, what they did was with the oppressionists, they made us think that that was all to us was that we were slaves. That was beat down through the movie Roots, and that was the whole everything that we ever knew about ourselves was slaves, according to their story. That's the way they do it. Now they're going back on that. They seeing the tension and everything that's going around right now. So that's why you see like, hey, we got to get rid of that Black history and we got to eliminate that or whatever. Now they're trying to tell a different story, and the story that they're trying to tell this time is, well, everybody was slaves, but it wasn't that. But who were the saviors? And guess who the saviors was? Who saved us? Who thought that was a horrible thing? Our forefathers is the ones who came through. They said no to that, and they dismissing how many slaves they owned and all the what you say grapes and the graping
Always
and
have to create the problem, and then they got to create the white savior that solves the problem. And we know for a fact there are no such thing as a white tea savior. If anybody did something for us, it's because we stood on business. That's a lot of the lie that these tethers be saying. These tethers come, oh, the white man let us in. Oh, the white man. No, no, brother. If we didn't stick our chest out, if we didn't stand on business, there would be no Africans or Caribbeans in America to this day. It's only because of us, us standing on business, that you even got a chance to come over here and enjoy the fruits of the labors of a place you didn't even work hard for or bleed on.
No, they're absolutely trying to erase our history, and that's why like I kind of just started refocusing my content specifically on our history because it's really white washed. They like to say, like you guys were saying, that oh, we are savages and why can't we pull ourselves up by our bootstraps? And it's like, do you not think we don't remember about redlining and gentrification and how you guys even to this day burn down our neighborhoods, affluent neighborhoods too? And it happens like over and over and over again. But I'm going to do a video in a second. I'm going to drop down whatever about our warrior ethos and our spirit, and how if it wasn't like you were saying for us always, you know, um, defending ourselves, they wouldn't be able to come over here. They wouldn't be allowed. And it's just disrespectful and disingenuous to come over here and say, well, we came over here and look at us like succeeding or whatnot. Okay, well, how would you succeed without our scholarships? Because you're cosplaying us as Black Americans. Like, you know, you're like, there was that guy on that, I don't know his name, but he was talking about how Harvard was basically using, instead of giving scholarships to Black Americans or hiring Black Americans, they were hiring Nigerians because they're a lot more docile. And when we say stuff like that, it's like, I think they're pretending like they don't get it because I've been to some of their panels and I know some of them in real life. You know, like my daughter's family is freaking Nigerian, but they really try to gaslight us, and they can't. And they never go back. I think like 85% of Nigeria's scholarship recipients, like federally funded scholarship recipients, don't go back home. They don't go back home, and then they come over here and they try to speak for us, and they get in positions, and then they say that we're jealous. And it's like, no, we're not jealous, but you shouldn't be representing Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, in any of our politics. You know, especially when it comes to our reparations, because you're not going to try to delineate so that we can receive it, because they're just users. That's the definition of tether. You're not going back home while coming
Come
over
on.
here and telling us to go back to your home. It makes no sense.
That's a trick bag. Go back. First of all, this is my homeland. I'm not leaving. There's a reason why you're trying to get over here, and nobody's really trying to go back over there. There's a reason why. So my thing is this: Africans and even Caribbeans, y'all got your own problem to deal with. You got your own homeland to fix. Go there. Stop trying to come over to America and to fix American problems when you got African and Caribbean problems that need to be fixed. That should be the first thing you address. Let us who are from this particular part of the globe, let us worry about our homeland. Our homeland is America. We've been over here 400 plus years. There's no place that they can send us to, or no country that would even accept us. So we're
I've been
here.
trying. Oops, sorry, I thought you were done. But I've been trying to figure out why they are so upset with us being proud of our American heritage. It was all like fine and dandy when we were like, yeah, whatever, we're African American, blah blah blah. But now that we're like proud, they have an issue with it. They have an issue with it. And I just don't believe them. I don't believe it's because they feel offended that we're delineating from a place that we've never stepped foot on, like we've never been there. And if that, well, most of us, but we don't have any people in our direct lineage from there. We've been here since the founding. Why are you mad at us for saying that we're proud of that lineage? They don't do that to Jamaicans. They don't do that to definitely not Dominicans when they're like, black. It's
You know
only
why?
us.
You know why? Because they don't have nothing that they want. We have something that they want. They actually want our birthright. This is a play out the scriptures. They want our birthright. They don't want the Jamaicans' birthright. They don't want the Dominicans' birthright. They want foundational Black Americans' birthright. They want our blood rights. They want to replace us. They want to do what the YT people have been doing for years. Take over another person's culture and become them.
They want to Walter Plecker us.
They want to Walter Pleckard us. But hear me when I say, listen, they want to become us. They want to flood the zone in the United States and overpower us. And then they want to say one day, I'm American. I'm not no immigrant. I didn't immigrate here. I was born here. My grandmother been here for 4 generations. I am American. They want to be able to say that.
Yep.
They're absolutely destiny. They're trying to destiny swap with us.
From their homeland. They want to completely, they come over here and the first or 2 generations are going to be Nigerian. But let them get to the 3rd, 4th generation, they're going to be higher. I don't got no Nigerian roots. I don't got no African roots. I don't got no Caribbean roots. I am a Black American. They want to morph into us. That's what they want. Yeah, not all of you guys want to do that. But the ones that are over here, when they have kids, you best believe their kids want to be us. I talked to a gentleman on here. He was from Nigeria, and he's never been back to Nigeria. And he was upset that he couldn't be a Black American. He was having an identity crisis on my live when I tried to explain to him, but you're not from our culture, sir.
Well, they say this now. They say that we all black. They say that everybody's black now. If y'all remember, they never was black. Now all of a sudden, everybody is black now.
Man, their children are in school right now saying, I'm Black, I'm a Black American, I'm Black, and I'm proud. They know their parents is Nigerian and to the core. And they're rejecting that part of them because you know what? They're getting that information from the school system that tells them African is poor, African has flies, African has mud hunts, they eat bushmeat. They're getting information from school. And they're saying, I don't want to be associated with that. I want to be from a lineage that's great. And who did I grow up around? Black foundational Black Americans. So guess what they feel in their heart? They must be foundational Black Americans. They're rejecting, and I'm telling you, they're going to have kids, and they're going to teach their kids, hey man, we're Black Americans, and then before you know it, they're going to be teaching their kids are going to be teaching their kids they're foundational Black Americans.
You see that? You can even look in the chat. That's exactly that. That's what they want. They want that. Like Black Americans are indigenous to Africa. That's what they need. They want us to say that so we can be a part of them. Like,
here, and they can claim Aretha Franklin, Michael. They want to be able to claim our heroes as theirs. They want to say, oh, those are African. No, they're not African.
Exactly.
They're
we would never say that they indigenous to here, but they reach out. No, y'all are African. Like I'm going great grandmama, great grandmama, great grandma, great grandma, great grandma, great. They all.
I can go back 8 grandmas ago 6, 7 grandmas ago, and I'm not going to find one African. I
Not
can
a
go
Yeah.
cousin, not a
living
tribe.
relatives right now. I can go down to my 8th cousin, my 8th generation cousin, 8th removed cousin, and they're going to be foundational Black Americans. So if that's true, show me an African in my family tree, and then I'll claim African.
But here's the other thing, though, right? They don't do this to Europeans. They don't do that to European Americans, and those people have great grandparents from Europe, right? They get to call themselves American, and no one is like, "Oh, but you guys are indigenous to Europe or the caves, the Caucasian mountain region, or whatever." They only do it to us. I said it to them, and then they'll say, like, "Why aren't you fighting your oppressor?" Well, one, I don't have an oppressor. You're talking about these people who are constantly attacking us here. We do fight them. We do fight them, but they're not trying to say that we're them. That's the difference. You're trying to say that you're us, and then trying to attach us to a place that you don't even want to be attached to, and it doesn't make any sense.
And,
It's a
and, and,
you thing.
and here's this, OG boss. This is no disrespect to you, brother. This is no. I'm just using you as an example. Hope you don't take offense to this, but you'll never find a foundational Black American that's been in another country for over 50 years. You won't find that. That Black American may go over there for 5, maybe even 10 years, but I guarantee he's coming back. He's not going to stay over in another, he's not going to stay in Japan for 50 years. He's not going to stay in Africa for 50 years. You will not find a foundational Black American living in Mexico for 50 years. It just won't happen.
And when they are there, they Black.
And everywhere they go, they're going to be Black. They're not going to be African. They're not going to be Caribbean. Everywhere a foundational Black American goes, he is going to be Black. He's not going to say, I come from Nigeria, I'm Igbo tribe, I'm Yoruba, I'm Kenyan, I'm Ethiopian. They're going to look at him like he is a Black American because that's where he comes from. That's his marker. Now, when an African travels, you're Africans wherever you go until you get to one magical place for some reason, America. The moment you make it to the United States,
No, they saying in the UK, they saying they Black in the UK now too. They say they going to the UK and they Black in the UK.
man, did y'all hear about them foundational Scotland's? Foundational Black Scottish? Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've heard about that. What do you think about that? That's very interesting because a few of them are claiming that they're FBA descended in Scotland, like from Alaska, and I'm like, well, this is a different take. Like what? Because most of them are also African, but it's just
Man,
weird that
you
all of a
know,
sudden they started like blowing up like last week.
yeah, we're not hating on them. We're not hating on them. You know, if y'all want to be Scottish, Black Scottish, knock yourself out. Who are we to tell you who you are? You're telling us
Exactly.
who you are. You're telling us that you're Black Scottish and there's Black people in Scotland, and we're saying shout out to you, more power to you. As long as you don't come over here, as long as you don't start saying we African or we Black Scottish now, as long as you don't start doing that, we don't got no problem with you. If you want to be a Black Scottish and FBS, I don't know what was the term, foundational Black Scottish. I don't know what the term would be over there. If because here, I'll tell you like this, we know that in Scotland and in Europe, the original Europeans, because there's always been Black Europeans, and if we've ever had a problem with another Black group, it's always been the Black Europeans who sold us out, a la Moor.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the Moors.
The Moors
But
are Black Europeans.
Jasmine, what's your take on that? I'm actually I heard like Tyreek, I think he said it's no such thing as foundational like Scottish. I heard other people say there are foundational. They were going through like I think it was a few queens or something
We
like
don't
that.
know their
And
history enough to disprove
Yeah,
anything.
I was gonna say I don't know the Scottish history
We
enough. I
don't
do
know the
know
fact. All we
about
know is they
France
coming out
and
saying this now, but we don't know
yeah.
that. And listen, that's not my job to just listen. If one of us wants to do the research on it and find out, but I'll tell you this: we do know that the original Scottish were Black Europeans. We know that.
well, then I
Yeah, no,
believe it.
absolutely.
They were
They're like,
considered the barbarians. Whenever you hear barbarians, barbarians were not YT.
And what was
Barbarians.
that? We had that conversation. The what is it? Berber or
Berber
the
is see
Berbers.
here's the thing. How do you get an Arab? An Arab has to be mixed with some type of black indigenous in Africa in order to be a true Arab.
Yeah.
You have to have African descent to be Arab. They're trying to say they have Caucasian descent and they're Arab. No, you just took over someone else's culture and claimed that's what they do.
right, right, right.
Listen, the Romans were not white. The Romans were Black Europeans. They just weren't dark skinned, but they were colored Europeans. But even white people claim that. And you see the big move. If you talk to a white supremacist, they always claim Egypt was a white race. Think about that.
Yeah, they're
They,
delusional. I'm about to head out. If I may come back, like my freaking voice and my allergies are really messing up. But I did want to pick your brain about how you guys are going to um, figure out who is foundational because I'm working on something with the genetics. Crypto, you just kind of like reminded me of basically using AI and also our DNA, but not via the mainstream companies. I'm looking into like right now white labeling a foundational Black American testing site so that I can use it in conjunction with like determining our lineage via our migration patterns with our DNA. But have to be something that is not associated with any of like the mainstream testing companies and whatnot. But yeah, in the future though, I just want to know, or just right now, really quickly, how are you going to like figure out who's foundational? Because a lot of people, like you said, are coming here first generation, second generation migrants saying, "Oh, well, we're foundational," and they're not. Is there like a system you have in place?
it's not that we have a system in place, but we have two things that we can check, right? The first thing is genealogy. As long as you can trace your ancestry back to the 1870 census, if you can trace your ancestry back to the 1870 census, you're an FBA. That's one way. Another way would be, yeah, DNA. And we know their markers are going to throw them over there in West Africa somewhere. But we're looking for lineage. So when I look at your DNA, I'm looking at your DNA and I'm saying, who in your DNA is African that's living?
Yeah.
If I
And
don't
one
see
thing,
anybody in your DNA that says they're African and they're alive, and you go back to the 1870 census, you're a foundational Black American. I don't care I don't care if they put you in Cameroon, Benin, Ghana, Nigeria, those places that weren't even around at that time. Wink, wink. Weren't even around at the Nigeria is 1960. So what the heck? What tribe? See, DNA has never been able to tell you what tribe you come from. They can put a guesstimation. My thing is, Black people, we had something called Pangea, so we may share some of the same genetic markers, but that don't mean that we're the same people and the same culture because my people been over here for thousands of years. Regardless if you want to say they came out of this region first, they walked over there. Okay, and there was a time where you can go to South America and walk right into South Africa. But the bodies of water has moved us so far apart that that's not so anymore. There was a time where you could walk across the Bering Straits. But guess what? That time is no longer that time anymore. I'm saying we were here first. And all we got to do is look at The DNA is going to tell us if you have any living African relatives in your family tree, any Caribbean living family relatives in your family tree, and then your genealogy is going to tell us based, who's your grandfather's father, who's your grandfather's father's father's. I mean, who your grand. It's going to tell us how far you go back here on this land. And if you can reach the 1870 census, you're a foundational Black American.
So do
So
you have any genealogists that you're going to be working with? I know, like, I don't know if you are familiar with like Mike TV,
Crypto, you
but
were just talking about that, brother. You was just talking about that. We are eventually, we're looking to partner with people who are genealogists and who do that because when we set up the DAO, and then again, if you want extra voting rights for the FBA coin, you got to submit your genealogy, and we're going to need a genealogist to go through it and say, yeah, this is FBA coin and this isn't. So
And
we're going
even
to.
when it came to voting rights, we was even looking at your four grandparents, and all of those give you a point towards voting. We even looking at doing that. The more FBA you are, the better you are aligned. I myself, I can't prove all four, but I'm working on it. So I need to.
I have like I go back way further than four, but I've been working on it for years.
I
The
go back to
genealogy aspect, yeah.
1833. I go back to 1833. I can go far back, and I know if I throw some money at it, I can go even farther. So I can go all the way back right now to 1833.
Yeah, one of my lines goes back before it goes back to 1773. On my dad's side or whatever, because once you get that far back, there's a bunch of parents and grandparents that you have to find and like link, and then their names start like changing a little bit because of just the records, the census records. But I'll talk to you guys later. I have to. My voice is like getting worse and worse. But thanks for answering my questions. We'll definitely link up later.
No
All
problem.
right, bye, crypto.
All right,
And
have a good
invite
one.
people to the
You too.
TG. Invite people to the TG, Jasmine.
Okay, I will. I will.
Thank you. So yeah, family, we can stay up here for a little while longer. I'm probably about to head. Okay, hold on. We got somebody that wants to come in and chop it up. If y'all have any questions or anything like, oh, that's cousin. We know he's going to close this out the right way. Great grandparents, if you're 55 and up. Okay. So yeah, if y'all don't have any more questions, we'll answer some questions from the comments. If y'all want to come up here and ask a question, we'll answer any questions. If not, we're just gonna close out. I think we had a good live today. If you want to get more information about the FBA coin, you can join our Telegram. We're active in there. I'm about to probably in the next 30, 45 minutes turn the Telegram on because I'm gonna be doing some coding and some updating on the website. I'm gonna just turn that video on and just be in there chilling, probably playing some music or whatever. And anybody wants to come in there and chop it up, we can chop it up in there. So if you want to know, just send me a message, and I'll give you the link to the Telegram. I think I sent it to you already, Duvion. If you check your thing, but I'll send it to you again before I end this live as well too. I'll send you the link to the Telegram. But I definitely want you in there. And FBA Music Award Committee, we need to get together. Probably August 30th is the cutoff time for those who are going to be volunteers for the FBA Music Award Committee. And we're going to run it like if you guys are familiar with Scrum and Agile Flow, we're kind of going to run the committee like that. Nobody's the leader. I'm not your boss or anything like that. The only thing y'all are going to do is update me with the information so I can get it out to the people. We'll have daily and weekly meetings just to kind of go over what everybody is doing because October 24th is just right around the corner. We want to know everybody's strengths and weaknesses, what y'all, or just not weaknesses, but we want to know what your strengths are and what role you might want to fall into that you identify more with. And then we're going to have you break out in that role, and then you're going to just go at your pace. And then we'll just put some timelines as we get closer to the deadline. We'll put timelines on what we need to have done.
There are steps you're going to have to fulfill.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have
There
to
ain't no
protect.
other way of staying around that. Not to. Let me interject this, brother. And I don't mean to say this because I've been wanting to ask this question. I was gonna ask it before I got pulled away, so I apologize if I'm taking the family back because I wasn't here to properly get it in during the proper time. When you had mentioned joining blockchain and forming blockchain, what blockchain would be the daddy in the yard, correct? There are other puppies who are coming up along with blockchain. I'm trying to be metaphoric in my picture. Okay.
Okay, I'm like, what?
Okay. And the new puppy got all the blockchain in it, but it also got a little bit more. And the idea you mentioned Atria, or was that
Arbitrum.
Arbiter? Thank you. That's what I'm getting at. That particular entity, I think well, not think, I see that as, again, the next thing, and I think that's what you're speaking to. Am I coming up confused in that particular visionary concept?
So the way it works is the blockchain is, you could look at it as a ledger. It takes account of everything that's going on. And Arbitrum is the system that's going to be on that ledger that we're going to be using. But yeah, it's not the daddy. Or you could look at
Right.
it.
No, it ain't
What
it ain't the daddy. It got all daddy's traits. Okay.
what it is the blockchain is the middleman, and the middleman is this technology that keeps us. Once the code is put in, the blockchain follows the code. The blockchain doesn't have no ability to have a personality and change its mind. So the blockchain just keeps the code valid. So if we say you got to be 21 years old to drink in this bar, as soon as you show the blockchain, that's what it's going to look. Are you 21 or not? You get to put the rules, whatever the rules are, you have to just put the rules in, and the blockchain adheres to them. Throughout history, it doesn't work that way. They put the rules in, they say it, and they got all this fine print, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm supposed to get the job. I'm supposed to be the next up. And then all of a sudden they got their grandson in ahead of you.
But not to could we FBA. I just show me a contract or a treaty that they've actually honored, particularly towards us.
Correct.
Exactly.
And
That's why this coin is being formed.
correct. We tired of
Their word, their concept of honor is not our concept of honor. I am an American. Yes, I am. But every aspect of this American government does not represent me and what we believe and how we wish to act.
correct.
Or should I not say wish to act? Are acting.
Correct. Correct. And that's why we need the blockchain, and that's why we need to be operating on the blockchain. And that's why, listen, I'm like this. I'm like this, family. Listen, they're putting themselves on the blockchain. They're putting themselves, and the blockchain. I mean, it's
Right. No,
it's
you can't say it was something we started from the start and it's crooked because you created it.
Right. So now they're moving to a blockchain, and they're moving to a cryptocurrency, a stable coin, so to speak. And all we gotta do is look at the blockchain. All we gotta do is look at the blockchain and see what the heck these devils are up to. And I'm like,
Exactly.
go ahead, crypto. Go ahead.
No, exactly. It's the way how everybody steps into our culture or whatever. See, with the blockchain, if we create some, let's just use a song. You create a song, you upload that to the blockchain. That's your proof. That's your signature. Can't nobody go back and say, "Oh no, I was the first one." No, it's on the blockchain.
That's everything. It says the date and that it's time stamped. It was
Yep.
created and put on the blockchain at this time. So if anybody says, "Oh, I own the right to that song," we're gonna go check it on the blockchain and be like, "No, no, no. Your song came out after such and such as came out.
Oh, your patent office is invalid.
It's invalid." I don't care if you patent it. I don't care if you patent it 20 years later. It says such and such and his family own the rights to this song.
And see, right now they got to set it up. We got to fill out paperwork. We got to go send it to them, and they can do what they want with it. Throughout the music, the history of music, they got people singing. Then all of a sudden they take it. Oh no, you ain't never sung for me. I don't know what you're talking about. And to say somebody across the
the
country,
idea,
like, where my song at? I hear it. Why is my song being played on the radio and I ain't put it out?
because I ain't got to pay you because I stole it from you. And
Exactly.
you can't do a damn thing about it. And
Exactly.
until you can do a damn thing about it, sit your aspirations down over in the corner and be quiet.
Yep. That's
And
exactly.
here we are today saying, today we doing something about it.
Solution.
This is what we are doing about it. We've already taken over the social dominance and the social structure of America. No, there's a clear distinction between FBA and the federal government. Would we all agree with that?
The world know that.
Exactly. What they are hopeful within the American government is that we will not have a place to unify and expand upon our growth. And every step and everything that they say and put in front of you every day is to make you believe that you are not the powerful force that you are. Every step you take outside of your house, and be honest when you wake up, but every step you take outside of your house, we know what foot we are supposed to be putting forward as FBA. And nothing moves us off that mark. And I care not what you or anyone else says because I know from which I speak. My time here is not your time here. My time here extends longer than yours. You do not get to speak on the last 200 years as if you have control of the last 1400 years. Our vision and time of seeing is upon us. Action demands retaliation, or should I say it in the scientific term? Every action requires an equal and opposite reaction. 500 years of Western neo-colonial authoritarianism must be accounted for.
Yes, indeed.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Shout out to thank you, brother. What's up, Jordan? What's up, brother? How you been? How you been, sir?
What's good, Ken Folk? How you doing, brother? I'm good. I can't complain.
Over here just talking about the FBACoin and the Freedmans Bank and black economics and economy. That's it.
Word. I can dig it. I ain't seen you in so long. I just had to jump in real quick. I just had to tell you what's up, brother.
No, man. Shout out to you, brother. Where you at now, man? You all over the place, man. All I do is check Facebook, Instagram, man. You in every club, doing everything, man.
I'm in Tennessee all week. Knoxville, Chattanooga, Gatlinburg. I'm here all weekend.
Man, shout your places out so that people want to come by and get some comedy in their life. They can come check you out, man.
Tomorrow, next day, or not tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm at Pirate Tavern, Central Cinema. That's Knoxville. They basically the same place. Friday, Gatlinburg at Jersey Hustle, and then Sunday, I'm in Chattanooga at Gate 11. So come get these jokes, baby.
Come get them jokes, man. That's our foundation of Black American
Did I
brotherhood.
just hear a new Black Green Book comedy circuit clubs being established?
Nah, trust me, this white folks, but Jersey Hustle, that's my home club. So I'm gonna try to
Oh
keep it
dear
black
Lord!
as possible.
My apologies. Let me back up out this Kool-Aid.
Trust me, this white folks.
no,
Trust me, this
no,
white
you
folks.
good. Yeah. I'm around white folks trying to make $1, but I gotta work. I
I
gotta work
apologize,
8
brother.
times as hard
Wrong
as
straw, wrong Kool-Aid.
them. I do black
White
clubs
folks.
too, but I'm in Tennessee, brother. You gotta
I
understand.
get it, bro. I had a
Yeah.
little time in Knoxville, and it from during that period when I was there was probably different, and I'm not gonna try and hold yesterday to today in your time. So I just say, please, brother, go on. I ain't trying to step on you. I want you.
nah,
Enjoy. I want you to get it, man. I do. I'm here
nah,
for you.
you good, brother. You good, brother. I appreciate that. I will say this: I'm probably one of the biggest names in the underground right now. So shout out to that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Where else you want to be big? How you can't get big without underground. Really? See, no wonder. Tell me exactly how the grassroots work.
I mean, grassroots. I mean, you got to go club to club. You got to pay your dues. You got to put in that work.
That's
Open
underground
mics.
shit.
You gotta go
That's
tell some
underground
jokes.
shit, ain't it?
Now, me lucky, I get to do my own shit. I'm also on 2 tours right now, so that's kind of crazy. But
Where the tours
I
at?
know, brother. I don't want you to take and because of who I am, I don't want you to take me as the normal person. Okay.
You good.
Okay,
Trust me.
I could
You
give
good.
when it comes to my brothers.
Let me extract this
Again,
information out of Jordan B, man. What tour? What tour are you on, brother? Where?
I'm touring with the homie Kevin Udi. Y'all might know him as Officer Udi. He got about 15 million followers across the board social media. We're gonna be in Indiana and Ohio next month. And then I'm touring with my homegirl Red Squirrel. She just now picked me up on her tour. So yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm moving. So if you don't see me in Tennessee, catch me
please
in a
don't.
city near you.
I follow no one, so understand that it ain't personal. I follow no one. Okay.
Nah, you good.
I
man.
want you to understand that. But you being here tells me who you are. So
Look, man,
you
Moxie is
you
my
now
guy,
have
like-
a brand new follower.
That's my.
Thank
Hey,
you. I
y'all
appreciate
go follow
that.
my brother, man. That's my brother right there, man. Y'all go follow him, man.
Moxie, my guy, from day one when he was asking for guests to be on this show without hesitation, I was like, yo, let me jump on.
Yeah,
And we've been brothers ever since, man. Blood couldn't make us closer. I love
yeah.
that guy.
This is a good dude, man. So I know when I come out to that wifey town,
Anything Moxie do.
I know I can look for Jordan B and be like, I'm safe. I'm safe around these white folks, right? I'm safe around.
Me and Moxie had some conversation on his show where it's like, yo, we gonna get banned because he got a little too real. I think the last time it was just me and Moxie, we was talking about how they gonna take over with aliens and stuff, and black people was out of a job. But boy, we was saying some deep shit. He's like, yo, you can't keep saying that. You gonna get my page taken down.
See, when you bring truth from outside, did I say truth? My bad. When you bring a different perspective,
No, it ain't just
wisdom.
It's truth. I've never heard
Wisdom.
Moxie say something that was a lie. So he bring truth every time he hit that go live button. Moxie ain't gonna feed you no bag of goods.
If you're still questioning science and all of the ologies, if that's a problem for you, this you can't even comprehend.
Now here's my problem. I wouldn't say I question science. I just say science is backed by money. I don't question what my eyes see.
Come on.
That's where I speak from.
Come on.
I don't speak from a
Come on.
scientific perspective. I speak from what I see on my day to day.
Come
Because
on.
that's about as real as reality is gonna get. Everybody else they get paid to say something. Ain't nobody
I
paying
fully
me
understand
to tell
that,
you my
brother.
description of the life. So
I fully
that's what
understand
I go
that.
off of.
Let me say it like this, brother. You ever watch Big Bang Theory?
Here and there, I ain't never really sat down and watched
Okay,
it full
I'm
episode.
Sheldon,
I catch
bro.
some clips. Oh, you just you the smartest in the room?
No, I ain't the smartest in the room. I'm just saying my personal vision takes me from my perspective. takes me a little from more in a visionary view. I'm not trying to say I'm the smartest, but I'm trying to look at it from the most wisdom. I want to give the greatest information that I can give. I'm not in any way trying to no hell to the no. I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the room, and understand that there's no claim to that. Okay, maybe Sheldon was the wrong one. Let me say, I don't know. I ain't Leonard. Okay.
No, you're right, because I mean I feel the same way. I mean, I had this conversation with my homie last night. Like, what I see, it's 100% to me, but it's not going to be the way you see it. But still, if I'm able to pinpoint that, like the greatest philosophers of all time spoke from their point of view, and then you had 100 people follow them behind it because they were too scared to say how they see the world, so they just piggybacked off this person. I respect the person that can see the world for what it is and give me their honest opinion on it, instead of taking people who gave them some money to tell them how the world is. You can't give me no money to tell me how the world is, nigga. I see it. I live in it every day.
That's right. So Jordan,
there's no doubt about that.
Hold on, Kevin. Jordan, is the Earth flat?
Is the Earth flat? I couldn't tell you. I ain't been to the edge of the Earth, so I don't know. I mean, science.
So that's
I don't even want to say science for proof. I just the Earth.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Now, this is just something I put on this board several years ago.
That's how you get him. Is the Earth flat? You say he's a good answer.
No, how old? How old are the mountains?
How old are the mountains? Again, I wasn't there when they got built. I couldn't tell you the age. I don't know how to pick up. I'm not gonna go pick up some soil and somebody tell me.
Vision.
Based on the texture, this is a billion-year-old.
I don't know what was happening before me. In my honest opinion, I've been here for 33 years. These mountains got here when I got here, so these mountains are 33 years old. I couldn't tell you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Right.
That is all I can give as a definitive answer.
Somebody getting a check to tell me something is something the way it is, even though with my eyes I see it as something different. Nah, fuck that. You ain't gonna trick me. You either a sheep or a wolf out here, and I like to consider myself a wolf.
There you go.
Well, I prefer barracuda. I ain't got no problem being a big. I ain't got no problem being a big shark in a small pond.
My man said barracuda. What is this? Legends of the Hidden Temple? This ain't no barracudas and all this shit.
I'm a barracuda.
My man said he a barracuda.
Because you ain't gonna see me come until it's too late, and I'm small enough that you ain't gonna pay no attention to me. Next thing you know, have your shit gone. Okay.
The way I see it is sheep and wolves. I look at myself as a wolf. As a wolf, I move as the omega. I move by myself, but if the clique need me, I'm an extra alpha. But I don't need to. I don't need a pack behind me. I like to move by myself because ain't nobody else gonna see the world like me, and I ain't got the time to explain it to you. If you pick up on what I'm putting down, then yeah, go ahead, ride with me. But I'm not gonna sit here and explain it to you how I see the world. I just see it how I see it.
Bro, I actually think we're saying the same thing.
It took my homie years. We used to go out and party at Virginia Tech College Town all the time. It took him years to be like, damn, Jordan, I really now understand why you got a problem with these white boys. I'm like, yeah, because they disrespect us every time we out. So I'm going to do the same thing to them what they do to me, and I'm going to do it with a smile and piss them the fuck off. Like,
there's nothing better.
Let me ask you this. On the I don't know, they call it the Chitlin circuit. I don't know what they call it now, but on the comedy circuit, how much discrimination have you faced being on the comedy circuit?
I mean, my discrimination is a mix because for one, it comes from talent wise. Because humbly speaking, ain't nobody rocking after me. Like once I come, all the air out the room, all the jokes gone. Nobody want to see nobody else.
You close the show.
I basically, but some people they don't want to, they don't want to give you that title as, hey, yeah, you're as dope as you are. They want to try to put you in your place. So that's a discrimination.
They got that Bernie Mac hate. They got that Bernie like I ain't.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my discrimination.
Showstopper. All right.
My discrimination comes with, okay, we know we can't out funny him, out joke him, so let's get him to open a show for us. even though we know shouldn't none of us be going after him. Let's put him in his place and make him go first. The
I
shittiest
get that.
spot on the show.
I get that. I
Just so we can
completely
hold him
get
at the
that.
level that we're at. As far as the
You
black and
want to
white
keep him
thing,
down as
nah.
long as
Hold
possible.
on, Kevin. Hold on, Kevin. How are you going to break out of that? What's your strategy? What are you doing to? Because I'm getting the name out there. Obviously, you're going on tours now with some bigger names. So, what are you doing to get your? Are you studying anybody's technique on how they did it, or are you just coming up with your own strategy
I
on
mean,
how you gonna do it?
at this point now, I've been able to blend my big three into making who Jordan B is. So my big three is Bernie Mac, Patrice O'Neal, Paul Mooney. I found a way to blend them into giving you who Jordan B is. But as far as like combating that, I mean, I got the internet to combat it, but it's just really it comes down to workload.
Okay.
You got
I'm
any
on
spots on YouTube, or little shorts on YouTube or something?
Yeah, I got full sets on YouTube. I'll send you a little care package. I'll send you a 3-piece.
I appreciate that,
But
bro. Because like I
I
said,
got you,
it ain't
baby.
personal in no way.
No, I never take it personal. But no, just the way I do. You got to outwork me then. Like I understand that some of my homies they got the internet side booming, and I'm just happy to be along with them. But as far as the sport of stand up, you got to outwork me, and I don't think there's many people, at least around here in this underground circuit, that are on as many stages a week that I'm on. So it shows when it comes time for performance time. When you still sound like last week, and I've already transformed some shit into something you ain't even heard yet. So
Are you
it
gonna be
just
around?
shows.
Are you gonna be around on October 24th, brother?
I think I'm open that weekend because October we're taking a break from the tour for a little bit, so I'm pretty open in October right now. I mean, I got some dates filled, but I think the
So we're doing
24th I'm
an
good.
FBA. We're doing an FBA music award, and we're doing it 100% online.
Okay, well, what you need a host? Holla at me.
Man, we might have to look at. Well, I think we got somebody to host, but we might need you to, come in and do some jokes, or come in and do a set, or
Hey,
something along that.
like I tell all my homies, man, I'm all about black growth, black business. Whatever the homie needs, just holla at me. We'll figure out everything else later.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna
but,
see.
but the big
We're putting together a committee right now. I think we have we got a strong host right now, and she's very articulate.
Listen, it ain't gonna hurt to have a professional on set. Okay, let's
I'm not
just cop to it and roll with it. Okay.
it's crazy to me that people consider me a professional and all this shit. I've
Well,
only been
if
in it
you
for
on
3 years.
no,
listen. I'm just.
But 3 years in,
how
I'm on
long did
2
you say?
tours. I've been doing this for 3 years, and so far I've won comedy competitions. I've done something that you've never heard any comic say. I entered a comedy competition against 70 other people and won first and second place. I went home with 2 trophies. You ain't never heard nobody say some shit like that.
Well, now see, this is how I'm gonna
And
say
that's
this
humbly, I
again.
don't even bring
You
that
are
shit up.
actually a showstopper, brother. You are the. Let me say it in '70s style. If I was doing a concert, if I was actually putting together a concert, I'm gonna have a good comedian come on before a great music band. You would be the showstopper in that transition. Would
So
that
that's what
be
I want to
out
see.
of pocket to say to you?
No. I mean, you got to feel that way in some way. I mean, I'm always humble with it. I always know there's some tightening up to do, but I mean, when I'm not on my square and I'm being on my Kanye shit, there's not many motherfuckers you can book that can do what I do because I have yet to see them.
Brother,
So
I want
I
you to
wouldn't even
keep
steer you on.
October 24th open. We're putting together a committee right now. We're going to do something that's never been done before. We're going to do an FBA Music Award, 100% online. And instead of giving out trophies, we're going to give out minted NFTs. We're going to
That's
really
fire.
memorialize the event. We're doing something that no other show has ever done. Okay, we're doing it 100% online, and it might be on TikTok, assuming TikTok's still around, but it definitely going to be broadcast on YouTube as well. And it's something that people can come to live. They don't gotta leave the comfort of their home. We're just gonna plug in, and we're gonna go every genre. We're gonna give out lifetime achievement awards. We're gonna give out every genre of music. We're gonna have awards for that, And I don't really know how it's going to be put together yet until the committee tells me. We're putting together the committee, and they're going to figure all that out. And I would love for you to be a part of it in some way, brother. I would love for you to come up and do you know, being on a stage where you're the first at doing something, that's memorable.
Moxie, you know you're my brother, man. You all you had to ask is just do it. I need you 24th, and I'm there. You ain't gotta tell me nothing, man. We could go rob a bank, my nigga. You know I got you till they put me in the grave, baby. Just give me the details, and I'm there.
Got you.
I'm always down to help my people. But yeah, I'm just working my ass off. That's the only thing I can do. The game is definitely slanted against me in a way, but somehow my talent has got me in spots that other people can't reach. So I can't sit here and be like, "Woe was me." No, I'm actually having a decent career right now. So I'm just thankful. I mean, I
still don't
definitely bust
understand
my
how you
ass
don't
every
consider
day.
yourself a veteran after 3 years. When I say veteran, you've been feeding yourself and supporting a home of some sort for 3 years off of your jokes.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I probably went full time. I probably went full time comedian like a few months ago, but I mean, I was still eating off of it, just not like I'm eating now. But I mean, I got homies that's been in the game, 10+ years, or just even double the time I've been in. That's why I don't consider myself a
No,
veteran.
you said you was the hardest working, brother. It ain't. Listen, James Brown said he's the hardest working man in show business. Okay, you ain't saying show business. You said comedy, correct?
I mean, that's how I feel, because I mean, it shows on stage, but that's not for me to decide. That's just how I feel in my heart.
Doesn't matter. No,
if you followed me, then you're like,
no, brother. Let me give you your flowers, okay?
That's just my humble side, man. I gotta say,
I know. That's why I'm asking you. Let me give you your flowers.
The universe work in a wild way. I respect it. I'll take them. I will take them from you.
Okay. You don't hear no artists out here today saying they the hardest working in their craft, do you?
No, that's a really an old school term. You don't really hear a lot of people.
It might be an old school term, but they are not stepping up to it. You are. Do not in any way try and dull the brightness that is coming forth from you. Okay? You saw the great debaters, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Why are you punching yourself in the face?
I try not to, man. I just know.
All right, then. Take it and shut up.
Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I just like to stay humble, because I always know there's room for tightening up. But when I'm not humble, and again I'm on my Kanye shit, come see a show if you want proof. Because
I ain't saying you ain't got a side.
like I'm dog walking a lot of people on stage, and it shocks me when I get away with the shit. I'm like, y'all really laughing at this dumb shit? Like, I say a bunch of truths in my shit, but sometimes I might just throw in some BS, but they still rock with it. And I'm just like, man, I mean, I appreciate it, but I want y'all to like the intellectual side of the jokes, not just the banter. Respect me for the shit I'm really bringing to the stage.
But you know,
let me say it like this: a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, and when you hit that sweet spot.
That's some down south shit. What's up, Moxie?
I'm gonna say it like this. Hold on, cousin. I'm gonna say it like this. Improv has always been one of our shining points. When it comes to improvisation, yes, there we go. When it comes to improvisation, we shine at that, brother. Off the hip, we're just naturally comedic, witty, timing, impeccable people.
Let me ask you a question as an artist.
Hold on real quick, cousin. So when you go back and forth in that manner, when you go off script and people laugh, that's where you probably at your strongest, brother.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people tell me that. I'm at best when I'm firing off the hip. Like, my stand-up is still dope, but when I just go off script and I'm messing with people in the crowd, that's when That's when it
That
really
stuff
turns
is
up.
memorable, man. I see it all the time on some of these clips, man. I've been watching. I forgot what's this dude's name. He did something where he made a girl in the audience call her man and say, when if she does something, when if she asks you what you want? And the brother was like, you ain't never asked me what I want.
I ain't
And
never made nobody call my man, but I've had some people offer me some meow after the show because I gave them such a
yeah,
fun time.
there you go. There you
Okay.
go. But
Brothers,
that
the
was
arrogance in me is
the
saying this right
word
now,
is
so don't take it personal.
relatable. The
Now,
word is relatable. Whenever you do relatable comedy, whenever you connect with the audience and it's relatable, that's where you're gonna shine the
You
best.
stepping on the
oh
table.
shit, my bad.
No, the arrogance in me is only saying when it comes to working and reading, well, forget that. How would you all feel about recreating vaudeville like and or Motown esque troops rolling through, but creating the Green Book effect? You're coming, this particular group of cats and kittens are coming, but they're only coming to these FBA spots.
Not a bad idea.
And they start to perform in bigger and bigger theaters and performance areas. Just a thought. So apologize if I've overstepped there.
Now,
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea to have a green. We can even call it the Green Book of Comedy. You just put together a phenomenal foundation of Black American men and women, and they tour only FBA owned clubs. That's
now I'm
interesting.
always down to work with my people for sure. Even though in a weird way, and it's gonna sound crazy, and I have a real hard time entertaining our people. I can talk to them off stage, but on stage, I'm like, where am I missing this shit at?
That's how you.
I think because
Well,
our people like more stories than like what I do.
That's
Which I
how.
have
Listen,
stories, I just ain't got into it yet.
listen. You got to build. You listen. You got to. That's how you
You
become a
said
great.
you're 33, right?
That's how
Yeah,
you
yeah, I'm
become a
33.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to be a
You
great.
still got a little bit more of real
You
life.
gotta.
Not
You
that you
gotta
ain't
come
lived.
over to our
Uh,
side,
uh,
brother, and you gotta make us laugh. When you do that,
Yeah.
no one can
No,
ever.
it's gotten better.
No one
I
can
went to the
ever.
Raleigh Improv
No
maybe
one.
2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, and like we was in the crowd and I was making them laugh. So I'm like, okay, I'm starting to understand it. But there's been times like I work with the Wild and Out Cat. Shout out Lil JJ and Mope Williams. Dog, I lost them. I lost my people so quick because I was like, yo, they call me the Martin Luther King of comedy because when I'm in Tennessee, I have sex with a white woman. This black woman looked at me with such disgust after I said that and just turned away. I'm like, well, I lost that side of the room.
Yeah,
But it's
but
like it's a harsh truth. It's the truth. It's funny, but we're just not prepared to hear that shit.
yeah, brother. I'm telling you, you gotta get around our people, and you make us laugh. You're verified in stone, man. You're verified forever,
Yeah.
forever.
The
Have
realest shit I've
Williams.
ever heard is black people make you famous, white people make you rich.
Yeah,
That's the realest shit I've ever heard in my life.
well, we gonna change that because our people gonna make our people are gonna make our each other rich, and we're gonna make each other famous because we already got the fame. We already got the influence part down. Now just add the money in there, and it's game over.
This man said he just got mad. Yeah, you see what I mean? That's a harsh reality. But I deal with truths. Again, I deal with what my eyes see. I deal with truths in the world. I talk
It's
about
just
that on stage. I
you're
make it
touring
funny.
with a bunch of you brother. You're touring with white people, and you're appealing to the white audience. It's time you come up. It's time you just start.
Unders- when it
But here's
comes,
one
wait a
thing
minute.
about me that I'll never do. Yes, I do perform in front of predominantly white audiences, but I'll never pander. I still give it to them raw.
I agree, and that's why they like it. But I'm saying, come on over to our side. Come all the
Oh
way
yeah,
over.
definitely, definitely.
Mix
I
up
mean,
the
I'm in
show.
Tennessee right now,
Mix,
brother. It's like
I got
95% white out here.
I got you, but you got to get in. You got to get on the black circuit at one point in time. You got to, brother. You got.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's definitely what I want to do. That was my plan this year until everything else unfolded. Then I was like, well, damn, I ain't gonna have the time.
I
Because as soon
got.
as homie picked me up to go on tour, I was like, shit, I'm going. Like, it's not every day that somebody that's 3 years into something gets to go on tour and make a name for themselves. Usually, you got to wait till about
Go
year 8,
wrong,
year
man,
9.
brother. But this what I always preach, brother. I'm gonna say it to the day I die. I don't want the dominant society's money. Whatever they offer me, it's never gonna be good enough than what my people can offer.
Oh, see, I
No,
adopted my
that no,
grandpa's
no, no.
philosophy. Like, fuck
I
what
ain't
they
got no
talk
problem
about, just
taking your
charge them
money.
double.
You
Yeah, I
just
ain't got a
can't have
problem with
no
that.
control.
Yeah,
Give me your
I'll take your
money,
money
you
all
get
day, but
zero control.
you're not
Yeah,
gonna tell me what I can and can't say. I'm still gonna say
yeah,
what I want to say, but you're gonna pay Jordan
but
B.
best believe if it hasn't happened yet, it will happen. They're gonna get at your set one day, and they're gonna say, "Okay, we want you to stick to this side. Don't really go over to this side." And it's gonna
No,
raise.
nah, don't
You
book me
talk
then.
about the Snoop complex.
Don't book me then. Don't book me then. Because if I
What you're
can't
gonna
be me, like
say?
that's why I stopped doing
No.
clean shows. If I can't be me, I don't care if the money's there. I'm not gonna jeopardize my brand to appease you. If you came to me for a reason, then you know what I do. It's not, oh, we liked you, but now we want you to, man, kiss my ass.
Okay.
Now I
But
feel
mark
you
my
on
Paul
that. I
words.
Mooney
don't
was
need
Paul
everybody down
Mooney
on
for a
that.
reason.
But
Mark my
if
word.
somebody's
Mark my
gonna pay
words.
me to be me, I can't turn that money down,
Right.
man.
Right. But mark my words. When that happens, they gonna book you first. But when that happens, just remember, it ain't nothing like being around those people because you can't get canceled.
They're gonna be disappointed when Jordan B is a short white man on stage because I'm not going.
That's right.
Like my confidence in this game right now, nah. I tell the motherfucker no in a heartbeat.
I love it. I love it.
Not all money is good money. If you're booking me, you're booking Jordan B. You're getting the Jordan B brand, which is very raw, but it's very truthful. If you're gonna book me and be like, well, we need you, no, I'm good. I'm out. I'm not gonna adjust myself to appease these people that still want to hear what I'm saying, but you think they don't want to hear what I'm saying. I'm not even gonna challenge myself like that because I know I'm gonna slip up. So fuck it. Just let me go where I'm comfortable. I don't care where. As long as you let Jordan B be Jordan B, I don't give a fuck where I go. Just make sure the check clear.
That's it. That's it. Well, listen,
That is it.
Exactly.
about to close this thing out, man. Man, we had a great conversation. Make sure you go to FBACoin.org. If you're not in the Telegram, get in the Telegram. Get in the Telegram. Uh, you can actually go on the website, scroll down to the bottom where it says join the Telegram, where it says join us. You can actually get in that way through the Telegram, or you can just uh, slide in our DMs and say, hey, man, I want to get in on the Telegram. What's the Telegram? And we're going to give you the information on the Telegram. That's where we discuss more FBA business and we talk more FBA coin business. Okay? I'm about to open up that Telegram in about 45 minutes. I'm gonna meet you up there, quick, Jordan. You're live in the background. But I'm about to jump on the Telegram in the next 45 minutes to an hour. I got some things I got to work on the website. I'm gonna meet you up to a little bit of. So I got some things I got to work on the website, and I got to do some more testing of the coin. But we're on our way, family. We're on our way. Um, remember who we are. Remember what we stand on. Remember the code. I'm gonna let a couple people talk to close us out. We're gonna end with Cousin. Cousin's gonna give us who we need to be paying attention to in the grassroots media. Crypto, you got anything you want to say, brother?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, just let's connect with each other. Let's link together and let's make things happen. This was a good live. I think you explained a lot of things well. Jasmine, when she came in, she was asking good questions, and that's the
Yes.
thing for everything that's going on. Make sure you ask questions, and that way, if I say something, you can go and check with somebody else, and you can verify: is this true? How does that go? It's good to cross reference. Audit me is what I say. Audit everything that's going on, and communicate. But we doing everything in a Telegram. We talking to each other. We handling business. So come holler at the family in there. Again, I'll say it's strictly we talk about us there. It has nothing to do with none of this diaspora war or anything like that. So get in tune. This is a solution. This is our economy. This is ours. So let's handle our business. Don't be saying you're a part. Don't be saying you're a part of the movement and everything, and you missing in action. Like you're gonna
Come
see
on.
all your people, grinding together. So this is where we're gonna be at. This is the movement. I'll let him. Oh, my boy, Nasty. He did end up getting his TikTok. He's a very knowledgeable. He's a very knowledgeable brother. He speaks a lot of history and truth. If y'all can, give him a follow. He need 100 so he can be able to come up and talk on
Yeah,
live.
follow Gnostic, man. We got to get this brother to 100 because we got to get him on the platform. This brother has a passion and heart for FBA too. I've heard it myself, and I appreciate this brother also being one of the admins on the Telegram. So make sure you guys give our brother a follow. Get his followers up so we can start bringing him on the live, and he can start talking as well too. Jordan, you got anything you want to say, brother? Before we close out.
Hey, shit, just follow me. jordanb_funny AF. If I'm in your city, buy a ticket. You're guaranteed to be entertained or your money back, and I ain't been able to give nobody their money back yet. So pull up on me. Other than that, I'm going to go do what entertainers do, which is probably hard drugs and women. So until the next one, Moxie, thank you for having me, my brother. October 24th, I'm with you for the award show. Shout out to the panel. I came in late tonight, but if you go live again tonight, I'm gonna jump right back in, brother. I ain't seen you in a minute. I miss you, my guy.
Miss you too, brother. Take care, brother. All right, cousin.
Yeah, you take care, my brother. Peace.
Please. Go ahead and close this out, cousin.
All right. Jordan, before you go, I just want you to know, don't have no issue when I run up behind you, okay? All right, anyway.
You good, baby. You good.
Now, that being said, what I want all of us to remember every day that you are walking on this planet with every step that you take, you must ingest the new black media. Professor Black Truth, the Black Authority, Tariq Nasheed, Vicky Dillard, Lisa Cabrera, Afro Elite, Phil Scott, and a host of our other young brothers and sisters. And I really wish I could bring this brother's name to my mind right now, so I apologize. Afro Elite, there you go. When we are paying attention to these brothers and sisters, they are keeping FBA on code. Know that you are not alone. You are part of the B1 Brigade. And I'll end it with that, my brothers and sisters.
Yes, indeed. And follow our brother Adonis. Yeah, if y'all seen Adonis on TikTok, this brother is traveling all over the world, man. Just displaying foundational Black American greatness, giving us updates on what's going on in every country. Y'all remember he was doing that thing in Britain where he was asking what the hell these Brits got a problem with foundational Black Americans, and y'all remember that whole thing. And then he was in Africa talking back and forth with Africans. So make sure y'all follow that brother Adonis, man. He's on to something, man. And when he comes back home, we welcome him home as well, man. That's our brother. That's our foundational Black American brother from New York. From New York. Let's give that brother his due diligence. He has a big channel on YouTube, so I want to shout out that brother Adonis. But all I gotta say is, brothers and sisters out there, man, listen. Can't nobody be a better you than you. It's okay to be yourself. Be black, be proud, be foundationally black and proud. With that being said, peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain. The FBA
Too much.
Go ahead.
What time you hopping on TG?
In about an hour. Just give me about an hour. I'm about to hop on the TG. I'm about to hop on it.
All right.
Yeah. So make sure y'all go to the TG. If y'all not on the TG, if you're not on the
Give that man a minute to spend with his wife.
What the hell is the TG?
Telegram. Get on the Telegram, man. Get on the Telegram.
Oh, man. Hold up. No. Give it to him so that everyone who's listening can get it. It's a link I got to send you, and all you got to do is copy and paste this link, and it's going to give you access to the Telegram. So
send me the link.
Don't you hear it? This man been fiending for FBA.
I'll definitely send you a link. Cousin, you need to get on the Telegram, brother.
Send me an FBA hat so I can wear it on stage, fool.
I'm never away, brother. You know, I communicate with you differently than everybody else. It's really just that simple. The rest of my vision Anyway. Okay. My perspective is different than yours. I acknowledge my brothers and sisters on their journeys and path, but I've been on my journey and path a little bit longer than y'all. Okay.
Well, what's good, Mark? What's good? What's good?
Cousin, just get on the Telegram, brother. That's all you got to do. Get on the Telegram. So
Send me the Telegram link, my brother. I love y'all to death, though. I'm out of here.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain. Take care, everybody.